Hello, everyone, and welcome to your house. Thank you to Strange Signals for providing code for this. I believe this is available on mobile. I'm not sure if they came out at the same time. You'll see why it's a very mobile-friendly game. There's one that came out absolutely donkey's years ago that was on mobile and got ported to PC because it was so damn good. This is a narrative puzzle thriller that blurs the lines between games and books, reality and fiction, puzzles and storytelling, which I know is kind of your jam, and it is kind of mine. So there are 5 chapters. Again, I think this is where maybe the mobile side of it sort of shows the chapter-based thing, potentially. I don't know, but just saying in case you're not a PC gamer, it might be on. Might be on both iOS and Google, not sure. Have a good luck, Hellmouth, as well. This music is lovely. Please let me know if it gets too loud or if the voices are too loud in a minute. Let's get started. Okay, so Hicksville Boarding School. I'm an idiot. I'm so gullible. I'm so stupid. I deserve this. Gash on my head. How could she do this to me? I'm her best friend. There is also a demo on Steam, yes, as well, if you want to have a rummage through it. As soon as she reaches her room, Debbie heads straight to the bathroom and locks herself in. She presses her hand to the wound on her forehead. Blood runs down her cheeks and neck, staining her Hicksville College uniform. How could I have been so stupid not to have noticed? She wonders. She contemplates herself in the mirror and dabs at the cut with damp cloth. She had been driving at 100 kilometers an hour. Well, that's probably not safe. Tears streaming down her cheeks, also not safe. Had she not been wearing a helmet, the accident could have been fatal. And today, of all days, my 18th birthday. Oh dear. A few hours ago, Debbie completed another lap around the sun. There are only a few minutes left until midnight, and not one person has wished her a happy birthday. Oh, the joys of boarding school. Not even in her worst nightmare could she have imagined coming of age would be so traumatic. Debbie is still wiping away the dry blood and smeared mascara when she sees it in the mirror. There's an envelope on top of her dresser. What's this? A letter for me? Her name is written on the envelope in marker pen. The handwriting is both exquisite and disturbing, which is a odd choice of word for handwriting. Debbie flips it over, but there's no return address, and the stamps look foreign. Who could it be from? She doesn't remember the last time she received a letter that wasn't a fine. After a few seconds, Debbie begins to slowly tear the envelope and opens it. A motel. The Leo Motel. And a key. Sorry, so I've hit 19 years of age and I've been sent a motel key. Well, that seems very concerning, doesn't it? Hi, everyone. We've just started. Welcome in to your house. I've received a letter on my 18th birthday and a key. It's a bit upsetting. Also, those of you who've been playing Blueprints, I'm sorry if this... I don't want to use the word triggers because it's a bit strong, but I'm sorry if it's... I'm sorry if this is setting you off a bit. It's a bit weird. I don't really know how I feel about being given a key and then this. Oh, hello. The Leo Motel postcard. This space for writing messages, forever summer. I mean, it's somewhere that's a bit warmer. It could be California. The fact it's a motel, you know? I've been left a motel. Delightful. We are... Okay. This is apparently the school we're at. Our school is in Hicksville, yes. On School Road as well. That's how you know it's an old school. It's got a fucking road. Okay. So, lovely. So that... Those of you who are like... I've seen this kind of stuff before. Yes. Like, can you clock now why this works very well on mobile? It's very well. It's good for screens, right? So, yeah. There's another game, and again, I can't remember the name of it, from absolutely years ago. Like when, I want to say like Monument Valley 1 came out sort of era, that did a very similar thing to this, and it's lots of fun. Again, if you like reading, and like, can you imagine like the tactile bit of this is a delight as well. The zip code for a town near Albuquerque, New Mexico, population 7,000. There we go. Also, yes, there is a bit of there is a comic book element to it, for sure, which is also nice. Again, it's mixed media. It's doing pictures and so forth. I guess we haven't seen people yet, but you might change your mind on the Tintin part. It's a bit more, I'd probably say early Marvel when it comes to things like faces, but I have glanced briefly because, again, spoilers. So, no. Okay, come back from that. We can't interact with anything else on the table currently. So, she pulls out a postcard from inside the envelope. On the front is a photograph of a place she doesn't recognise. The address on it is equally as strange. It's completely incomprehensible, mysterious even. Debbie studies the stamp, hoping it might offer a clue. I have no idea where this bird is from. There's something else inside the envelope. It's a key, and it has a tag. The tag says happy birthday. It's the first birthday message she's had all day. Who the hell sent me this? Is this some kind of joke? Ouch. A sharp pain pierces through her head. The wound on her forehead throbs. She really needs to rest. It has been an intensive day. She pushes her backpack off of her bed. A bit Roy Lichtenstein. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? It's very, what's it called? Like the PI, like, you know, detective kind of stuff a little bit as well. I like the shading. Okay. She pushes her backpack off her bed and falls to the floor with a thump. She slowly takes off her sneakers and lies down on top of the crumpled quilt. She holds the postcard up and stares at it until her vision blurs and her eyelids feel heavy. Dick Tracy, thank you. That's what I'm thinking of. Yes, Dick Tracy. Yes, that's who I was trying to find in my head and could not, which is where you got PI. Exhausted, Debbie drops the postcard onto her chest and sighs. Her gaze wanders to the ceiling above her. Oh my goodness, hello. There was some tongue action there. Nicole, that filthy, deceitful rat. She doesn't even like David. Why did she do it? Was she jealous? Or was it just to satisfy her spoiled brat ego? I trusted her. I told her how I felt about David, or how I thought I felt about him. Note to self, never fall in love, crossed out with the captain of the lacrosse team. Although it hurts way more to be betrayed by my best friend than to be cheated on by that creep, David Stratford. Oh. If something, I swear to God, if something's there, I'm going to be very upset. What are we doing? What am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, hang on, I can hold it. But why? Oh, I can't hold it, was there. Can I? Oh, no, I can. Again, that's where the touchscreen bit would be helpful. As opposed to me trying to do it with a mouse and go, what? That image is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. They weren't even trying to hide it. They were right there, making out in the pub in front of everyone, laughing in my face. Talk about being two-faced. I chose not to make a scene, yet I made sure to pour a pint of beer over them as I left. I mean, that's a scene. In EastEnders, that's a scene. But then the accident. Where was I? I remember screeching of brakes, the feeling of flying through the air, the driver's look of horror when he asked if I was all right. Poor guy, he was more freaked out than I was when he saw my blood on the pavement. Stop it. Who's that? Oh. Oh, shit. On Monday, I was kicked out of boarding school again. I'm really outdoing myself. It's the 3rd time this year. The way my dad shot me that you really disappointed me glare when I was talking to Strickland, it was priceless. And that sorry excuse of a principal went on and on, reeling off my greatest achievements, repeatedly skipping class, alcohol and drug use on school premises, zero respect for rules and school values. My dad has given me way too many ultimatums. He's well aware that shipping me off to some other boarding school would be doing me a favour. He has a million other tricks up his sleeve when it comes to making my life miserable. But if he dares lay a hand on me again, he'll know what's coming. I made that crystal clear to him last Christmas. What? This sounds like a very healthy family. Oh. Right. Okay. So, Debbie jolts upright. There's no point fooling herself any longer. A good night's sleep is out the question. Tonight, and all of the following nights for the next 18 years of her life. Thousands of thoughts swirl around her mind. She pushes all but one aside, which begins to make more and more sense. To run away. To get out of this place, right now, without a minute to waste. Yes, that was what she's going to do. She'd have to think on her feet and figure out a way to find the address on the postcard. It's a leap in the dark. She knows that this might be nothing more than... There might be nothing there, and the key might be nothing more than a joke, but right now anything is better than staying in Hicksville. Adrenaline pumping. Debbie empties her backpack, letting her science and economics books tumble to the floor. She can fill it with more useful things. Ernest, thank you for 75 months. And a tier 2 as well. Nice, +6. I'm glad you're doing the maths for me. I'm running away from boarding school. But I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Am I packing this? Oh, hello. What's this, please? Oh, I need to find things to go in the bag. I'm guessing. Okay, hang on. Go back to here. So, she scours her room looking for anything she might need. Some clothes. Thank you. A pair of slippers and her toothbrush. She opens her desk drawer and finds a map. And a Swiss Army knife. Other army knives are available. Ah, yes, some cash would be helpful. She bends down and pulls out a small wooden box from underneath her bed. This is where she keeps the money her Aunt Lucille gave her. There's enough to keep her going for 6 months. Jesus, what? How? She also picks up her amulet. Sorry. Sorry, can I... Sorry. What? Her amulet. As you do. That was also given to, I believe, by baby Aunt Lucille, I think it said. Just, you know, that seems like a perfectly normal amulet. No issues there. Sorry, it's a small jewel that Aunt Lucille gave her. It was her mum's. She would have liked you to have it, her aunt told her. Debbie never met her mum. She died when she was 4 years old, but now is not the time to think about that. She stuffs her belongings into her backpack along with the postcard and key. Debbie puts on her jacket and pulls a hat over her head. She looks in the mirror and barely recognises herself. The wound on her forehead is swelling and turning purple, but at least it stopped bleeding. Oh dear. It's already past midnight. The guards will be patrolling the halls of the residence, so the only alternative is the window. Debbie opens it. The cool nighttime breeze and the height. She's on the 2nd floor. Send a shiver down her spine. For a brief moment, Debbie turns and looks back at the dorm room behind her. Fuck it. This isn't my house. Debbie sticks one leg out of the window and looks around. She knows she must rely on the cover of darkness to make her escape. Hundreds of stars flicker above her, but the night sky is moonless. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the garden. She hears voices and laughter coming from one of the dorm rooms. Another sleepover I wasn't invited to. Good. That'll keep the night guards busy. Debbie leans on the windowsill gingerly and clutches at the mouldy bricks. She pulls herself up, placing her feet on the dangerously narrow ledge. Moving her hands and feet simultaneously, she shimmies to the drain pipe. As soon as she reaches the cold metal pipe, she grabs it and slides down. There she is. Sorry. Ouch. Also, I need to sneeze. Why is that red? I'm scared. Ouch. Debbie misjudged the distance and has tumbled onto a planter. The bushes cushioned the blow, and she isn't hurt, but the crash might have brought someone's attention. So much for being quiet. She's going to have to cross the garden quickly without getting caught. She has 40 seconds. The 40 is in red. To get to the fence and jump over it when the guard isn't looking. Debbie runs. Oh god. Runs. Oh shit. Runs more. And more. Runs fast. Runs without looking back. Runs and runs. Shit. Oh no. Did I miss one? Uh-oh. Why? Oh, shit. Oh, no. I didn't press the first one. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, my God. At the very moment the guard isn't looking... Oh, shit. Okay. The mouse is a little bit slower to respond than I was expecting. Let's go again. Right. Runs. It's fine. It's fine. We can do this. Instructions were partially unclear. Oh, I see. That. I clicked on the wrong thing. And the timer happened. She sneaks towards the parking lot, crouching down as she goes. There must be some clueless student who forgot to lock their car or left the window half open. And that's when she spots it. Parked a few feet away is Nicole's brand new red motorbike. Oh god. A sly grin spreads across her lips. She'll have to hotwire the engine, but fortunately she's got experience with that. Debbie rummages under the tank and finds the electrical circuit. She has to cut the wires. Without thinking twice, she opens her backpack and takes out the Swiss Army knife. That's the one. To cut the oh, hang on. Ah. Cut the wires. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Now Debbie must first connect the green wire to the black wire, and then the red wire to the blue wire. Ah. Right. This is rude. Brain train DS game trained me for this. Yeah. There's a yeah. It's like, what did I do? Which ones do you want? The bike starts up with a roar that sounds like pure freedom. As the security guard approaches the parking lot, Debbie grips the handlebars and accelerates, getting out of there as fast as she can. Quid pro quo, Nicole. Your bike in exchange for slimy David. She takes the first exit she comes to. Debbie can't help but think about the boarding school. They probably won't even notice she's gone. Tomorrow morning they'll start looking for her. Her body aches and her head throbs, but she can't stop. She must get to her destination as soon as possible. First, she must get her bearings and decide whether to take the interstate highway or the Hicksville freeway. Let's go for the interstate. Debbie's eyes start to feel heavy. She passes a sign for a service area a few miles ahead. It's tempting. She still has a little gas in the tank, but it wouldn't hurt to stop for a coffee and a bite to eat. Or would she be taking an unnecessary risk? What do we think? Bear in mind that she's already had a collision today and has got actually potentially a concussion. She shouldn't really be driving. Also, if they're not going to look for her until tomorrow, she in theory has a little, yeah, like a little rest. Stop and rest. Also food. When's she going to eat? She definitely needs to take a break to refuel. After filling up the bike, she heads towards the service station bar. Debbie slumps down at a table by the window. She slowly sips on a hot coffee and devours a sugary muffin that fulfills all the criteria of a mass-produced snack. Lost in her thoughts, she imagines her dad's reaction when they tell him she's run away. How could you let this happen, Strickland? I thought you ran a serious institution. She was always trouble. Mr. Oh god, is that Chloe? Mr. Clow? Not sure. What are you implying? What are you telling me? That I don't know how to bring up my own daughter? Feeling a curious mix of embarrassment and delight, Debbie slurped the last sip of coffee and lays out the map on the table. She still has quite a long way to go. She can either take the 86 to Northwick or the back road to Pine Bluffs. Which one would you like? It could also be cloth. The thing is, this specific word is like probably bastardized, anglicized Celtic or Irish. So it could be nothing like that. Debbie, yeah, I don't know about Debbie as a reliable narrator. She is some kind of rebellious teen, but I think when we get to this location, God knows. Are we going to Silent Hill? Not a clue. Back road? The back road to Pine Bluffs? It's Irish, so it's clock. Thank you. There we go. Should we do the back roads? I feel like the back roads is more exciting. More stuff could go wrong on the back roads. As she drives, memories of the past she's leaving behind come flooding back. Lost in regret and overcome with fatigue, her grip weakens and the bike slows. Seriously, what am I doing? I get some random anonymous postcard and suddenly I'm ready to head to send everything and everyone to hell. A freight truck overtakes her abruptly, bringing her back to reality. Oof. The strong tailwind forces her to straighten up. The traffic on the road is getting heavier by the minute. No more looking back. She needs to focus on the present and on the future. An hour and a half later, she passes a sign announcing her destination. It's almost noon. Did she drive all night? That's a bit dangerous. It's almost noon when Debbie finally reaches her destination. She's what appears to be a quiet residential area at the end of a boulevard lined with tall leafy trees. The houses are big, with well-kept gardens and welcoming front porches. There's hardly anyone around, just a few kids playing in the driveways, and a friendly-looking neighbour walking the dog. It looks like a really nice neighbourhood. Debbie turns off the engine and reads the street name again. She takes off her backpack and opens it to double-check the address on the postcard. East Side School Road. No, that's not it. Is there one there that we can't see? Because that's our address. Yep, this is it. She sets off again, much more slowly, her eyes scanning for number 57 along the odd-numbered sidewalk. Whoops. Put that back. 57B East Side School Road, Hicksville. But I thought that was our address. Because we were leaving Hicksville. Where's the note gone? Is that it? Whatever. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Number 57. 7, 19, 25, 33, 41. It can't be. Oh, that's not a motel. Sorry, that's the house on Haunted Hill. Also, there's quite a lot of birds. We might need to, I don't know, get a man out for that. Don't want to concern you all, but I think there might be a nest problem. Everything is fine, right? It's all fine. So, Debbie stops in front of number 47, 57, and gets off the bike. She can hardly believe her eyes. In front of her is a house she can't even begin to describe. She simply can't put it into words. It's beautiful, she murmurs as she crosses the street and approaches the gate, unable to take her eyes off the impressive mansion before her. The gate looks like it's open. Debbie looks both ways, afraid someone is watching her, but there's not a soul in sight. Happy birthday, she says to herself, building up the courage to push the gate open. Debbie crosses the garden on a narrow pathway bordered by brightly coloured plants. Dry leaves crunch beneath her feet, and it looks like no one's mowed the lawn in weeks. A small slope leads her to the front door. The wooden porch creaks under her feet as she steps in front of the door, solid and simple in design. She hesitates for a moment, then knocks. She tries again. And again. And again. No one answers. Debbie goes to push open the door, but it's firmly locked. To the right is something that looks like an intercom, but it's turned off. There's a small slot in the panel. Perhaps she needs a key to activate it. Uh-huh. How do I open my bag? Because that's the exit. Excuse me, please. Oh. I do need a key to activate it. Hang on. Hold up. Please. Oh. Please hold. There we go. Key. Oh, God. Hello? She inserts the key into the slot and the display lights up. The intercom is now turned on. Debbie tries to open the door again, but it's still locked. It looks like she needs to enter a combination. And for the looks of it, this is no conventional security system. But there's no questioning its effectiveness. What now? 6-digit code? One second. That's not 6 digits. 87002. Oh, hello. Oh, no, it's a 4-digit code. Is it? Okay.
Take a good look at what once came your way.
Pardon?
The cars, birds, and trees are the key to entering this place.
Do you like? I'm going to play that again. Listen carefully.
Take a good look at what once came your way. The cars, birds, and trees are the key to entering this place.
Okay. The cards, the birds, and the trees. The birds that I jokingly pointed out. There's maybe 2 trees there. There's also trees there. That's a lot of birds, though. Am I counting every single bird? Also, where are the cars? There are no cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That can't be right. Birds. The cars. And the trees. Oh, no, it's 3. Oh, my God, you're right, Saffron. There were cards outside the... Hang on. Hold up. Yes. Oh, birds, cars, and trees. They're all on there. That would make more sense. Birds, 3. Cars, 6. 5. Oh, fuck. It's 365, as in how many days are there in a non-leap calendar leap year? Hang on. No, 365 is a leap year. Wait. Or not. The birds... Oh, wait. I think I've done them in the wrong order. 366 is not a leap year. What do you want about? Right? Oh, God. It's 364 and then 365 is a leap year. Is it? Oh, fuck. Hang on. Oh god, it is 366. Why did I think it was 364? What? Oh god, I'm too tired for this. Why have I magically taken a day? I mean, that is... There's a bird there as well, by the way. We didn't count that bird. I assume that might also matter. 465. Maybe. Was it cars, birds, than trees? That would also make more sense. Oh, it's a Somi.
Home, colon. Your regular place of residence and one in which you live your private or family life.
Bird.
You know, that sounds great, but who am I kidding? I've never had a home. Till now, at least. So it's been over a week since I arrived here, and I'm still not sure if this house is a gift or a joke. Like, I feel like at any moment someone's gonna burst through the door, see me living here, and call the cops, and it's either gonna be some loaded lowlife or a happy family with their 3 blonde kids and a dog. I once read on a mug that the best things in life are free. Dreams, laughter, hugs. Okay, yeah. What a load of nonsense. Every night I go to bed wondering who sent me this letter and this key, and I wonder why they did it. Like, there's too many unanswered questions. How am I supposed to relax like this?
Wow, yeah.
I saw that figure dressed in black again today.
What?
They were snooping around the garden fence.
What?
And... Who are you? Are you behind all of this? I'm leaving behind this tape recording in case I disappear or something happens to me.
Oh, this is... Okay. This has gone a bit Slender Man in the OG days. Good grief. Oh. So, we're in the bathroom, by the way. Oh my goodness. Lena! Thank you for the raid! Hello! I'm just going to tab out for a second. Hi, how are you? What were you up to? Also, if you do need to raid and run, please do. Because very often I forget to say, but obviously, at standard. Off to farming sim. Nice. I hope it was going well. Hello, raiders. Welcome in. My name is Lomadiah, or Hannah, or Lom. I am a variety gamer, Twitch ambassador, member of the Women's Guild, and I also work with charities in the space to try and do more authentic creator matches up for their fundraising stuff. The addiction to farm sim is real. I thankfully have somehow avoided. I think it's partially because I could now play it on the sofa, probably with a Steam Deck. I've somehow managed to dodge it. But I'm glad you're having a nice time. We are currently looking at a game called Your House. This is an interactive text puzzle adventure thing. We've been left on our 18th birthday, a mansion. Don't know who left it to us. We're now living there. We've run away from boarding school. It's Blueprints light, and I'm slightly stressed because I've already had to deal with the keypad. It's been a week since we got to the house, and there's a man who keeps standing outside. Bit concerned. So yeah, this came out back in March, but I think it was on mobile before that. These kind of things do really well on mobile. There was another one that came out years ago that was a really cool text adventure where you interact with it and scroll, etc. And yeah, just by sheer coincidence, I never got round to playing it before Blueprints came out. So but chat have played a day of it with me, just to try it out. So I was like, let's try it. Let's play it together. Let's have a little fun time. But yeah, we've been left a house. No one else is here. Slightly concerned. But we're in the middle of a shower. Is that music? If I put the radio on somewhere, it sounds like it's in the distance. But yeah, we're gonna. I don't know what the day has in store. I'm a bit concerned. Also, yeah, no, I'm tabbing out of that again because the water noises. I'm also worried about the switch that's up here that says love, hate, and off, and I'm like, are we gonna have to interact with that in a minute? But yeah, come on, invaders. Please get yourself settled. If you need to grab a drink or any of that, please go for it. If you want to drop a lurk, you are very welcome. I'm going to be doing this for another roughly 3 hours. Yeah. Visual novels imply a lot of reading. This is the thing is, I wouldn't quite call this a visual novel in the same way as it has nowadays taken to be like coffee talk visual novel. This is more a puzzle game that utilizes literature and reading mechanics. But yeah, a lot of the time they're not novels because novels are absurdly long. I'd say like an RPG, like Baldur's Gate is a novel, like just based on the sheer amount of writing. Even if turning it into a novel would be a challenge. I don't think this is a young adult video game. Specifically, this is not one of those like free mobile app love interest stories. This is a full-on puzzly time. We just haven't got to the mystery fully yet because we're setting it up. However, we've been here for several weeks. She still feels like an outsider. She can't help but wonder what stories lie hidden in the future, the furniture and paintings that adorn the many rooms of the mansion. Nevertheless, her initial doubts and fears have given way to a sense of excitement at starting afresh. Thank you, leaders. Have a lovely time with whatever you're doing with the day. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, have a good luck. Thank you for the luck. Yeah, go and do what you got to do. I mean, more in the vibe of the story. This is leaning heavily onto many of those like gothic horror stories. I wouldn't say it's specifically young adult. On the visual text, it is a text-based game, but I wouldn't call it a visual novel in the same way as some others. Like, because also it's probably more of a novella. There's also chapters to it, like specifically episodic stuff. I don't know what we're doing in the shower, but we need to get out of here. In theory, the doorbell just went. Yeah, that's the doorbell. It's the first time she's ever heard it, but it does indeed sound like the doorbell. She has music on full blast, so whoever it is probably already knows someone's home. Her heart hammering, Debbie pulls on her bathrobe and hurriedly walks out of the bathroom. Sorry, is it 6 in the morning? Not bothering to dry herself off, Debbie walks straight into the bedroom, leaving wet footprints and dripping water on the floor. Distressed, she hesitates between putting some clothes on or going downstairs as she is in her bathrobe. No, put some clothes on. They can wait, she says, muttering to herself. What the heck is this? Who lived here? When she first inspected it, Debbie didn't think much of the surprising fact that the dressing room was full of women's shoes, outfits, and clothes, which were precisely her size. Maybe it was just coincidence, or maybe the mysterious person who sent her the letter with the key knew her much better than she cared to admit. After slipping some pants and grabbing a t-shirt at random, Debbie leaves the dressing room in a hurry. How annoying! Who could it be? Could it be something to do with that sinister-looking character she saw a few days ago? Debbie grimaces semi-approvingly as she sees the summary print of the t-shirt she picked out, reflected in the closet mirror. Feeling uneasy, she leaves the bedroom. Okay. Hi, Kieran. We got left a house at the age of 18. We don't know who left it to us. We went there. We ran away from boarding school. It's been a few weeks. Someone's ringing at the door. I mean, assuming that someone's indeed there. Oh, have a good one, Bina. Thank you for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Is it Tomb Raider tomorrow? Or is it Claire? No, it might be Claire Obscure. Possibly. Also, just as a heads up, because I've just seen it pop up, we will be having ads come in on Twitch in 5 minutes' time. If you are not subscribed, you may see some ads. You can either subscribe and support the channel, get some emotes, get no ads on any of the content, or use that time to go grab a drink, stretch your legs, grab a snack, any of that kind of stuff. They'll play for 3 minutes and then they will be gone. Seribot will say when they start and stop and chat. Do we have to draft the rooms one by one? No. By sheer chance, Kieran, this came out technically in March. We were dealing with the root trees being dead, so it took a while. But by sheer coincidence, there is a lot of crossover vibes in a good way. But yeah, someone is at the door. Debbie has the vague feeling that taking the time to open the door gives her a certain sense of authority, as if that were irrefutable proof that she is truly the owner of the house. However, her steps unconsciously quicken, driven by anguish. The pictures hanging on the walls in the hallway watch as Debbie runs past and reaches the stairs, practically skidding. Debbie has spent the last few days mentally coming up with a false identity for herself, just in case some nosy neighbour shows up asking awkward questions. She'll fake a French accent and claim to be an exchange student renting the mansion. Moi, je m'appelle Catherine. I speak very bad English. Désolé. Excellent. Je parle pas de anglais. Je suis désolé. Yes, it's me. Bonjour. Absent-mindedly, Debbie plays the conversation out in her head as she descends the staircase 2 steps at a time, sliding her hand along the railing. As she reaches the last step, she stumbles foolishly and is about to fall before she ends up in the living room. Whoop! Careful. What a terrible time to stumble. Debbie reacts just in time and grabs a bookshelf to stop her from falling flat on her face. In an effort to calm herself down, she approaches the stereo, which is still blaring music. It is a superb piece of equipment worthy of a melomaniac. Debbie loves to turn the music on full blast and dance by herself, be it in the morning or as soon as she wakes up, or at midnight, naked and savouring a glass of wine. At first, she was worried about bothering the neighbours, but seeing as no one complained, she gradually turned up the volume. I equals A. Oh, there we go. As soon as she turns off the music, the doorbell can be heard crystal clear. Debbie feels defenseless, as if she's revealed her standing in a strategic game. Her pulse quickens. They're still there, she thinks, as she crosses the hall. Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Debbie shakes her hands around in the air in an attempt to dry off her sweaty palms. Then she stops and stands on the carpet in the entrance hall and mentally begins to count. 1, 2, 3. Bubbles, thank you for the 43 months. Hope you are doing well. We might have inherited a weird house at the age of 18. We ran away from boarding school to get it. No one knows who we are. We've not seen anyone in this house for weeks. Someone is ringing the doorbell. It's slightly concerning. Also, someone is now not ringing the doorbell. The doorbell has actually stopped ringing as she's reached the hall. In the silence now, she can even hear herself breathing. Seriously? She mutters to herself, somewhat relieved. Debbie carefully
You have reached your destination.
creeps up to the door, poised to peer through the peephole. Da da da. Also, I think Cliff's in a work meeting, so I really hope that that was not a really loud da da da. I don't want to panic anyone, but there's nobody at the door. Oh fuck. That's because they're at the back of the house. It was I don't know how loud it was in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure he was talking, so his mic would have been open. We've been ding-dong ditched. They are gone. All she can see through the peephole is the empty porch and the garden. Suddenly a knock startles her. The sound is now coming from the back door. Who do you think they are? Debbie quickly retraces her steps. Alright, you need to calm down, music. You don't. This is enjoyable, but you need to calm down. Get a knife! Yeah. Debbie boldly walks into the living room, and gradually her pace slows to a halt. The sofas, floor lamp, and bookcases full of books seem to taunt her. She clearly recalls there was a back door in the kitchen, but how do you get to it? You have to go through the dining room and then... No, wait. Her nerves are getting the best of her, making it difficult to find her bearings. In front of her, there is a wooden door. On the left, a large sliding door. Which one do you want? The wooden door or the sliding door? I don't know if it will matter. That can fuck off. Wherever that creak was. That sounded like it was in the house. I'm picking the sliding door. In case that does lead to a dining room. Oh! It did. A particularly loud thump causes Debbie's blood to run cold for a second. Frozen, she silently gazes at the practically regal details of the room, such as the large gilded ice bucket or the glass cabinet that houses an imposing porcelain dinner service. Debbie swallows as she slowly skirts the long table that presides over the dining room, surrounded by 10 chairs. Evidently wary, she places her hand on the doorknob, I think I just said. Her hand on the doorknob leading to the kitchen. Oh, fuck off. Oh no, this is bad. From the kitchen doorway, Debbie finds that no one is in the backyard. The knocking has stopped. She slides her fingers along the cold marble of the countertop, not taking her eyes off the small back door. Why does she feel like she's doing something wrong? As her hand reaches to turn the key in the lock, she shudders. It's not locked, meaning that if someone had wanted to get in, they could easily have entered by now. Girl, please, you're telling me you didn't check the locks every night? On your own, living in a house? Unbelievable. So yeah, that's a fun bit of information for you. Is no one is ever at the door when she checks it, and also the door technically was unlocked. Determined, Debbie pushes open the back door. Debbie looks to her left and her right, but does not see anyone. Stepping onto the gravel of the driveway, she realizes that all this time she has been barefoot. As she looks down at her feet, that's when she sees it. Oh shit, what is this? A large envelope has been left on the floor with no stamp, return address, or any writing on it. It's not a large envelope. That looks like a fucking legal thing. The first thing that Debbie notices as she picks it up is how heavy it is. Judging by its shape, it appears to contain a book. Clutching the envelope against her chest, Debbie takes one last look around the backyard, which is just as the rest of the manor's garden, and much like its past, retains the decaying aura of all things that have been abandoned. That's very gothic in itself. The fucking house and garden are decaying with an aura like they are alive. She closes the kitchen door behind her and opens the envelope. Fuck me. I saw some symbols. I saw Sherlock Holmes. I saw some other shit. Did I see some occult symbols? Not entirely sure. I think I saw what might be the flag symbols. You know, the positioning with the flags? Whatever the flag alphabet is for boats. Oh. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, Jar Jar. Why they do tend to all die at once as well, isn't it? It's a bloody nightmare. I need to buy a new phone case, actually. I noticed mine's got a tiny tear in it. Doesn't matter now, but at some point it's gonna matter. Tech. Oh, hello. Can I interest you in a book? What? Hold up. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. I just saw something that the Ditto flags are probably coming out for. It's not quite Illuminati, but there is some kind of conspiracy. Maybe. I would not be surprised if there is a secret society. I think also that was 46 pages, something absurd. It's a collection of all kinds of clippings. Okay, so we will go through this as much as the game lets us in a second. But two things to note when we look through. A page seems to have been torn out at the end of the book. And there is a bookmark that has been left on a page that features a pair of shoes that are awfully familiar to Debbie. We have seen shoes in the closet. The clothes, and the accessories that all fit Debbie perfectly, like they were made for her. Yet, no one knows her size. So, welcome to the Jazz Enigma. Billy Tipton's hidden identity. Billy Tipton was an American jazz musician, born in 1914. His story gained widespread attention when, upon his death in 1989, it was revealed that Tipton was assigned female at birth. Yes, Michael's like, yep. What's this got to do with this house? His music is on YouTube for those interested in jazz. Yes, you can look him up. The flag signal thing is called semaphore, actually, Pip. Yeah, I think you're right. That thing. I think I saw some semaphore, but I'm not sure. So, what? Hold up. Does it start at page 46? Are these the only pages we get? Oh, wait, hang on. Hold up. Oh, God, what is this? Oh, this is weird. Okay, I'm gonna summarize each page. So we have an article about Billy Tipton. Jazz musician, self-taught pianist, led various jazz ensembles, trans man. And also discussions about legacy, and how it extends beyond musical contributions. Just in case this is something about legacy, who the heck knows? This collection of stuff. We also have Hicksville Architectural College, class of 1969 commencement speech, with some shoes, some blue shoes. Embrace uncertainty, life is a maze. Remember, success is not a linear journey. Irma Vep, the story of Irma Vep, a fictional character, the title character of the French silent film Les Vampires, which I've definitely said wrong. It's a 1915 to 1916 crime serial that consists of 10 episodes, each running about an hour in length. The character, whose name is an anagram for vampire, is portrayed by French actress Musidora or Jean Roch. It's one of the earliest examples of crime cinema and serial filmmaking. Okay, so it's not the Pink Panther. But it is that kind of thing of like a journalist is investigating and trying to stop it as opposed to a cop. We then have a map of Hicksville. Sort of, but we have things like Moe's Tavern, the Daily Planet, And the Faulty Towers Hotel in there, all of which are fictional from other places. We also have Blue House with a blue window, I assume. So some of these Garden Gnomes museums, some of these might not be legit. They might just be absurd. I don't know. We also have an article from 1982, Mystery on Fifth Avenue, to do with Adam Yates's puzzle-infused Manhattan apartment. Right. Secret compartments, disguised doors. The apartment becomes a dynamic space, adapting its puzzles to resonate with the personalities of its residents. Also, clock mentioned again, who we had earlier. Then we have a recipe for a sandwich out of New Orleans. Is a flavorable and what's this X about? Is that, are you okay? Is that a clue? And that's it so far. Weird. Okay, so where have I seen this before? This bookmark, I assume. Debbie picks up the book and exits the room. This 1 equals A is back, by the way. A New England village. Of the four daughters. That 1 I equals A has appeared several times. It's on a book as well. So we'll see if that matters. Let's leave. So, we're now in the living room. No, we're walking through the office door. Sorry, we're going to the office. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, no. No, we're not. We came out the office. My mistake. So, we're in the living room. Use your head. If the book was meant for me, it must have been sent by the same person who sent me the letter with the keys. It's either that, or someone's been mistaking me for another person for weeks, and here I am opening packages that aren't intended for me, and poking around in memories that aren't mine at all. I could use a cigarette right now. The sun begins to go down, drawing shadows in the large room. Those shoes, wait a minute, are they in the closet? Let's go upstairs and have a look. Oh, fuck off. No, they might be in a painting, maybe. On the second floor, the stairs lead to a hallway where the walls are lined with old portraits with which Debbie exchanges glances as she mumbles to herself. Who are all these people? If they're former owners, this house must be over 1,000 years old, which is not possible in America. Or indeed with the style of the house. Between the paintings, several doors can be found. The first leads to a room that could be a study. The second leads to a bedroom, and the third one is locked. The truth is, Debbie's not been able to get into that room yet. Could be a study. Bedroom. The bedroom had the closet, but I don't know what's in the study, so let's have a quick look. Although the room is spacious, it is so cluttered with books, papers, and thick folders that it seems tiny. In one corner there is a drafting table, littered with blueprints, drawing compasses, and assorted rulers of different shapes and sizes, and also over to one side what appears to be surveying equipment. Help. Oh, we can never... Yeah, blueprints. I said there was a little bit of a blueprints light just because of the puzzle rooms thing. Again, this one did come out a little bit earlier, but it is not uncommon to have, like, houses that shift, and gothic, horror, suspense kind of vibes, and this weirdness. So, these games both use it very well. But it just feels like we've never left. It's just everything. Everything. We're just stuck inside the game. On a shelf covered in dust, a collection of tin soldier figurines carefully watch over Debbie, and amidst the pile of clutter, an ominous-looking box that catches her eye. She bends down and picks it up with both hands to examine it closely. It looks nice, but it's locked. She continues to search, but there is no sign of the shoes. No, but there is this box. 1 equals A once again. Or I, sorry, equals A, not 1. So I don't think I can do anything with it yet because we don't have any information. But it's there. So we need to go out again. And we need to go into the bedroom. I could also go to the living room. No, bedroom. I want to look in that closet. This isn't the only bedroom in the house, but as it looks like a presidential suite, Debbie didn't think twice about making it her own. It's the biggest, most comfortable bed she's ever slept in. She found it made when she arrived, but since that day has never bothered to remake it. No, I think it's an I, not a 1, Kieran, but we'll see when we get to the puzzle. The dressing room, yes. Go to the dressing room. She walks back into the dressing room, which can only be accessed from the bedroom, and she heads straight to one of the shelves, which is automatically lit up as she approaches, shedding light on a colourful choice of shoes. There they are. These are the shoes. Oh. VHF 104 megahertz. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a photo of that for taking downstairs. Unbelievable. Goddamn shoes. Oh. The fuck? Hello? Bye then. Voila, here they are. There's no doubt about it. They are identical to the ones in the clipping. She examines the shoes. There they are. They're a colourful pair of heels. They may not be her style, but their bold design prompts her to imagine herself wearing them. They're nice enough, but I don't see what's so special about them. Suddenly she takes a closer look, and she thinks she can make something out. Pulin and Associates, it looks like a locked safe or something. After a few unsuccessful attempts, she gives up and leaves the bedroom in search of clues. You can't, there's nothing to do with that yet, dear. You don't have the right clues for that. I think we need to go to the hallway and then to the living room. All this time she hadn't stopped to look at the incredible hi-fi equipment in the house. She'd love to play Blitzkrieg Bop at full volume, but she needs to think before she looks any further. Okay. Oh shit, where are you going? Hang on. Are you going back to the... Right, hang on. No. I think I know what we're doing, but it gives you the option to just leave. Right. So I need VHF, and I need 104. Is that 104? Oh, okay, calm down.
If you're listening to this, bear in mind that those motley architects with you know how to open the shield box. Follow the path that leads from mustache to glasses, then to hat, and lastly to bow tie.
What?
Did you write those directions down? All right then. Good luck. This message will automatically be repeated in 3, 2, 1. If you're listening to this, bear in mind that those motley architects with you know how to open the shield box. Follow the path that leads from mustache to glasses, then to hat, and lastly to bow tie.
Okay.
Did you write those directions?
I didn't expect this. She reviews in her mind the message you just heard. The paintings. I have to find something in the paintings. There is a bit of a series of unfortunate events vibe. It's fun. But yes. That one's slightly wonky, I'm just saying. Mustache. Mustache? Oh, hello. Mustache. Mustache? To glasses to hat to bow tie. Duh, 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 duh. But why? What is that hoping to achieve? Am I going down the stairs? No. Right, I can't do anything with that, I don't think. Can I move you? No. Clicking the photos is just forcing it out of Doodad. Duh, 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 duh. You have to find something in the paintings. Hang on.
If you're listening to this, bear in mind that those motley architects with you know how to open the shield box. Follow the path that leads from mustache to glasses, then to hat, and lastly to bow tie. Did you write those directions down?
Okay, I think...
All right, then.
Okay, I think
Good luck.
maybe I know what they want. I think I know. I think the puzzle box has 3 different angles on it. I think it's referring to where the thing is. So, like, straight down, then 2 o'clock, then straight down again? Maybe? It's in the study. There you go. What the heck is this? Oh god. What's in here, please? Anything? No. Okay, that's probably for the best. Can I see what this is? Thank you. Page 51. Poulin and Associates. No. Can I, like, put that? Oh, no. Put it back. Page 51. Hold up. This is a business card. So, give me the book and bring it to page 51. Do you remember I was like, what's the deal with that X? It lines up perfectly. X7. But then, what's this? Is that code? We haven't got the slides for the other thing, because it's one of those, like, handheld viewers for old slides. Let's go out to the hallway. And go to the bedroom for a second. Oh, the bathroom. I've not been there for a while. Oh, hello. What's this? Is that... Okay. What the... Oh. Oh, no. Can I... Sorry, can I have this, please? Page 49. Hold up. Page 49. I can't get the book up whilst I'm here. 1 second. See if I can get it up in the dressing room. The circle didn't line up with anything, to my knowledge. I'd like to get the book up again. I need to look at page, was it 49? Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're kind of not stuck in these rooms, but we are. This is where we live for a bit. We can't go back into the dining room. So we do also have an 8 ball here. It's just 8. The book. Hello. So yeah, this doesn't appear to fit anything, and I can't actually get rid of it. If I rotate it, it says Cullen, Ni, Ka. So I don't know if that's helping. X could equal 7. But A does not necessarily equal 1. It could be an I. A could equal I. That's the problem. The ones and the I's are both in some fonts very similar. Can I have a look at page 49, please? What? This is page 49. Does not necessarily help me with the toilet mystery. It is the bathroom tiles, isn't it? But what are we doing here? That's... Oh no, hang on. That's Pullen and Associates. So am I just hit? Because these are all fictional places. Right? This is the lawyer. Is Championship Vinyl a fictional thing? Moe's Tavern obviously is. Faulty Towers Hotel is. Apollo Theatre... It kind of is. Like it's in other... And the Daily Planet. I also may have found something I wasn't supposed to find yet. Am I just clicking the real places? I don't know. I don't know. Information is not there. To the point that I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have that yet. Right. Because also she's not kind of saved this. I also can't click on any of these other ones, by the way. Wait a minute. This line and this line. Hold up. Does this help us? Do these tell me on the map where it is? Why would it not... Hang on. Wait, hang on. This is not helpful. This is not what I wanted. Oh god, where was it? Where was I using the book? Was it the study? Might be the study. Yes. Those two are there, right? Those are the two lines on the tiles that are cracked. We cannot press any of these. We can only press these. The business card is on the one that says Pullen and Associates. I don't know if this is something I need to solve right now. Because there isn't really anything that directed me there other than poking it. You know? We've not got anything else that's gone like, hey, you need to do this. Where are the slides? That's also the other problem. See, no slides. Also, actually, can I... Sorry, let me add that. Otherwise we'll never... We might need it in a minute. Something else. So where are the slides? Because if they're in the bathroom, this is... Actually, what else is... Sorry, what else is the restroom? This. Oh! Holy shit. Wait a minute. Did I just spam click it and it worked? Was that supposed to happen? Oh, a tape measure. And the 15th of April with these little guys. That's what I saw. So maybe it wasn't semaphore. It was something. Oh, what? Tap it 7 times? Oh, God. So, like, I just button mashed it for long enough. Maybe. I mean, sure, let's go with that. Because nothing else makes particular sense as to how I just accidentally solved that. Hi, Jim. What have we got here? Moe's Tavern. Oh, wait, hang on. Hold up. The Daily Planet is a cross. The Apollo Theatre is not a cross. 40 Towers Hotel is a cross. Championships Vinyl is not a cross. Okay. I think I actually know where they all are. I think Daily Planet is on the bottom right-hand side. The business card is where the cross is. And then that one is the top right, I think. So come out of the dressing room. Jim, I am... Well, we got left a house. Or someone gave us a house for our 18th birthday. I don't want to say left, because we don't have actually any clue. There's a load of clothing that fits us perfectly here. The bed was made when we arrived. No one has been here for 2 days. 2 weeks, sorry. However... Someone drops this book outside of our house after aggressively banging on the front and back door. Here we go. So, she enters the bathroom from the bedroom. What am I supposed to be looking for? On the tiled wall, 2 nails hold up a tourist photo of Hicksville that doesn't bring back many good memories. Visit Hicksville and die of boredom, thank you. Suddenly, Debbie remembers seeing something. She holds up the book in her hand and opens it. So I think I need to take a look at those slides again. No. I remember. Oh, shit. Can I interest you in a hidden tunnel?
That book that mysteriously arrived at my doorstep, it led me to the secret room and...
In the toilet.
What is this all about?
In the goddamn toilet as well.
Inside the room, there's a portrait of a woman.
Huh?
Serena Pullen. That name appears in the book. The daughter of a successful architect and a highborn lady.
Oh, no.
She studied at the best schools. She graduated with honors as an architect, just as her father intended for her, following in the footsteps of several generations. She was truly ahead of her time, exceptionally creative and determined. Her reputation spread throughout a field in which the presence of women was extremely conspicuous.
Those shoes.
Conspicuous. It's a funny way of acknowledging gender discrimination. Serena was clearly a much better architect than any of her workmates. They were all just jealous and had to steal her ideas and projects just to get anywhere.
Who the fuck's that's been torn
As for
out?
her personal life, her parents also forced her to marry the son of a media mogul.
Oh.
I bet she didn't even love him. Family's the worst, isn't it, Serena? They designed a life for you, full of luxury and comfort, but none of it made you happy. Maybe that's why one day you suddenly disappeared. Who are you, Serena
Two,
Poland?
3.
Why do I get the feeling I should know you?
2 triangles, 3
Are you
circles.
the one behind all of this?
Maybe. I don't know. Hidden room. So, in peak, like you and I are like, oh my god, a secret room. What could be in there? Debbie has handled this in the way that actually I'm beginning to expect Debbie to do, which is not that. If someone had told her a few weeks ago that she'd be solving puzzles in order to open hidden doors in a mansion, Debbie would have called them crazy. What kind of person has a hidden room built in their bathroom? Probably a pervert, Debbie thinks to herself. She expects to come across a translucent wall used to secretly view people in the shower. But she doesn't. Instead, the small room appears to be a cosy yet practical office. The parquet floor is covered by a cashmere carpet, and the light from a nearby window illuminates its sinuous pattern. Debbie clutches the scrapbook and spins around in amazement, taking the room in. There's a professional drafting table, a stool, a shelf full of books, and several pictures hanging on the wall. Most are building plans, but there is one that stands out above the rest. It is a portrait of a young woman holding a roll of paper. Debbie approaches it. The girl's eyes look familiar. There she is. Hello, Serena. I fixed it. There you go. Oh. Something tells me I'm in your house, and this is your secret hideout. Debbie now turns her attention to the drafting table, where she finds what appears to be an unfinished sketch of a building, along with a jar of pencils and brushes. Everything is covered in a thin layer of dust. It's been a while since anyone sat here. And she walks over to the bookshelf, which is filled with books and an assortment of knickknacks, a movable figure, a small sculpture with a seemingly African design. Debbie bends over and reads some of the book spines. Who are you? She exclaims, looking up at Serena Pullen's portrait, who seems to nod back at her, satisfied at the question. Oh shit. So we have Victorian criminal, form, space and order, Moriarty, architecture of the city, the Gardner heist, the poetics of space, the burglar, modern architecture, the burglar's guide to the city, a couple of different comics, the thief, the feather thief, 6 of crows, master thieves. We have quite a lot of numbers attached to things. Whatever, whichever that specific thing ties to. Debbie once again flips through the scrapbook. She's only made it this far thanks to solving the puzzles contained in the pages. What are you trying to tell me, Serena? You're hiding something, but you want me to figure it out? That's it, isn't it? Oh, hello. Arsène Lupin. Steal this book. I mean, we have a lot of stuff here. It's like, which one do we plug in? A gentleman, yeah, thief, I think is Thay, right? Or is that gentleman thief and it's just cut itself off? In which case, oh no. Everything else seems fine, though. Are you holding a blue book there? There is only one blue book that has numbers on it. So let's try 5 circle and 10 triangle. Is it 5? Oh. How high does it go? Oh, 11. Okay. So this is not possible. It's... The main character is quite modern. This house is not. At some point, it's been... She mentioned it's something about 1,000 years, which it fits America is not possible, considering the architecture of it. So I'm not entirely sure we have a full-on year, but it is more modern than not. What am I doing with all this shit? Is it 5 and 10? No, I tried 5 and 10. Also, that doesn't work. Some of these books are physically impossible to plug in. What's this one as well? 9, 7. No. Like, is that an anagram? What? Serena Pullen. It's like, where do you even start? Do I just slap a load of stuff in and just go from there? Arsène Lupin. No, that's an actual fictional French detective. Not detective, thief. Sorry. What? Oh my god. Is it? Arsène Lupin and Serena Pullen. Oh. Shit, you might be right. The problem with that is 14 is not possible. What else could the numbers represent? We've not had anything else that really does anything other than the potentially I equals A or 1 equals A. Can I? Right, hang on. No, you cannot have. I think you're right though. That is a fucking anagram for Lupin, isn't it? 3? Is it the difference? Am I just putting 3 in on one side? Where is the No, there is no book available to us here. I also don't think we can leave, so this is an isolated puzzle. This is all we have. So, how do we convert this into something? Excuse me. That's an upsetting noise. Because I can't, like, it's not like I need to go away and Google stuff, right? That's not what we're doing. The triangles and circles each correspond to something for each book. Well, the problem we have, if I go up here, is there are triangles and circles here, right? I currently, apart from, like, Serena Pullin being an anagram of Arsène Lupin, which we cannot put in due to the 14, it only goes up to 11 on the magical thing. There's a correspondence, I'm not sure if what we're doing past that. Because there are a lot of numbers. Imagine her name is also a title. Well, apart from Arsène Lupin. Oh, Jesus Christ, Donut. Thank you for gifting a sub, but also... that scared the shit out of me. I was thinking. Thank you. So, sorry, Jim, are you guessing? Or are you trying to give me an actual hint here? Just to clarify. You were trying to lead. Okay. Right. Did not help. I'll be honest. Just confused me more. Howard, thank you so much for the 65 months. I hope you're doing well. Welcome into confusion. And when I say confusion, it's not. I just... the Arsène Lupin thing did not actually help. Like, that sent me on a slightly wrong tangent. Even though it is probably going to be related in a minute. Right, hang on. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Constance of Vows, it was indeed that. But yeah. Yeah, that was not super helpful. I would have instead possibly directed me to look at the specific book which doesn't have any vowels in the title and go, what's different about this book name? If we were doing backseating to that extent. That one was, yeah. Several hints that just confused me didn't help. From the newly revealed opening behind the bookcase, what looks to be a descending spiral staircase can barely be made out. Sorry, are we trying to go down there with... oh my god, we're going down there in the dark as well. This is not good. A secret passageway inside a secret room. Incredible and also pretty redundant. Debbie clumsily finds the handrail and takes hold of it as she hesitantly descends the first few steps, leaving the little light that the room provided behind. After taking a few more steps, darkness completely engulfs her. Trying not to let her claustrophobia get the better of her, Debbie continues descending until the stairs abruptly come to an end. Damn it, I should go back and grab a flashlight. I hope the door doesn't shut itself. The room is damp and the moisture seeps into her pores. Debbie shuffles her feet along the floor, trying to avoid tripping, and reaches up to feel the wall with her hands. It's so cold. Where the hell have I ended up? Then after a few anxious seconds, she stumbles across a switch. We're in the dark room. Ah! Well, the light flickers on. Debbie remains frozen in place, her hand still poised on one of the old porcelain switches. In front of her is a dimly lit long corridor that can be seen. The ceiling has been propped up, and the cement walls are smooth and grey. There's some eyes in the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, she can just about see a metal door. Debbie slowly makes her way towards it. To her surprise, she finds that it is open. Sorry? Debbie leaves the hallway and enters a small room, which is largely taken up by a huge panel covered in turned-off monitors. In front of the screens is a control unit full of buttons and switches. It looks like an old setup, perhaps from the 1980s, but still in good condition. This must be a camera room. That's strange. I don't remember seeing any cameras around the house. She tries to turn on the monitor panel by pressing several switches, but to no avail. Then she turns around and continues inspecting the small room and sees a locker, which is locked. There's also a safe there. Debbie looks at the key inside some drawers under the console and checks a shelf full of jars, but finds nothing. This is also not working. Oh, hello. I see. I can't swap you. I can't swap you, but I can take a photo of you for later. It's definitely not on. Okay. We go back to the hallway. There's a second door. Ah, that's also made out of metal and appears to be open. That's a concerning noise. It is a warehouse. She makes sure to leave the door ajar just in case she has to go back to the tunnel. A tinkling light bulb hangs from the ceiling. The room, which looks like a small storage space, is empty, except for a brick in the corner. Oh, hello. Wait a minute, what is this? Debbie bends down and picks up the brick. Underneath it, she finds a key. Oh. Oh my. Okay, I guess we'll go back to the tunnel. To the camera room. To the locker. Right, hang on. Hold up. This is where this thing matters. Oh, I see. Right, okay, hang on. That needs to be all the way over. This needs to be there. This needs to be, like, all the way over there. And that one needs to be there. Sweet. So, she places the key in the lock and smiles as it fits perfectly. As soon as she opens the little door, a long rolled up piece of paper falls out from inside, held in place by a rubber band. Ha! Sorry. Can we see that again? This is... Confused, she sets the map aside, looks inside the locker again, and finds some strange glasses. It's time for... We're going for the room. We're going for Fireproof Games The Room as well. Another fantastic, very gothic horror-inspired mobile game that got ported to PC. Again, not sure what order this is in, but it is on mobile. There is also a little demo for those of you who are coming in a little bit later on, as well as it being on Steam. But that's why this is there. Like, this is... You can see the mobile, not in a complaining way, but you can see why this would work well for, like, an iPad. So sorry, we're putting some glasses on. What are they for? Oh no, okay. Night vision. Night vision! I don't... And now I can see things I couldn't before. Amazed by the discovery, Debbie decides to take the glasses with her and figure out how she can turn the monitors on. Oh, they've gone off. Okay. Okay, can we, should we leave? Hang on. How do I get out of here? Oh, tunnel. Right. Oh, Yeah, okay. Can't use them between rooms. Power. 5 seconds. Power. Oh, hold it for 5 seconds. Is it really the situation I haven't turned it on properly? Because that would be very silly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meet me at the Cabinet of Curiosities. Okay. I will soon meet you in the Cabinet of Curiosities. Debbie can't help but let out a shout of joy. She turns and leaves the room. She definitely has a mission. So, she returns to the secret passageway, intending on continuing to explore. She advances down the narrow corridor, straying from the warehouse to the camera room. This is much bigger than it looks. Debbie is surprised to find that she has been fooled by the perspective, and what looked like a dead end is actually a perpendicular corridor filled with more doors. On the first door, she finds a sign that reads video shop, while the other one says garage. Debbie can make out 2 similar symbols drawn on both doors. She continues walking and finds another door. This one is labelled street and has another symbol drawn on it. However, this door is smaller than the rest. A few steps ahead, Debbie sees the sign on the last door and she stops with a jolt. Cabinet of Curiosities. She immediately riffles through her pockets and pulls out the map she found. This time, she takes a closer look. I didn't have a chance to look at it. What the actual heck? Channels... Okay. Wow. Okay. This is going to be... stressful. Oh, hello. Keys. 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 Keys and locks. So, I'd like to propose, before we go and look in any of these rooms, that we maybe have a little break, because the ads are coming in 3 minutes. And I could also do with a quick toilet break. Oh, dear. Before we start opening more rooms, wherever the heck we're going. A part of me wants to go, like, properly from video shop to garage to street to Cabinet of Curiosities. So that we don't forget to go back. I'm going to think about that because I have a little break. But I am enjoying this, and I hope you are too. It's, yeah, it's doing a nice amount of little puzzle times, for sure. Right. Okay. One sec. I'm just setting some bits up, and then Lurkbait will also be live for you. Okay. Right. Sorry, I was just checking something. Okay. That should all be good. Lurkbait, are you okay? In theory, yes. Lurkbait is thinking about life. Do we still have the error code? Yes. Yeah. It's being worked on. It's not a me thing. It's a Twitch API thing. Right. So I have left you with Lurkbait. I'm also going to put some music when it does actually start playing. There it is. Right. Ads are coming in a minute's time if you need food or drink. The toilets. I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Maybe a bit less. So, yeah, if you need a food or drink, any of that, please go do it. Ads will be in 20 seconds. And then we'll start looking inside these rooms. Hello, I have returned. Fishing will be closing momentarily. Oh, or now, actually. Well timed. Good grief. No music, thank you. It's not the vibe. It is the vibe, but it's not the vibe in the game. Oh, no, you did. Timing-wise, it was very good. I was expecting to click it and there'd be like 2 or 3. So it was good timing. We're in this tunnel. It turns out there's another bit to it, which has within it the garage, the video shop, the street, and the cabinet of curiosities, which is apparently where someone was going to meet somebody. Maybe us. I'm going in the video shop first. Oh. Allowing her curiosity to get the better of her, Debbie opens the 3rd door in the tunnel. It is a new passageway, much narrower than the rest, propped up with wooden planks and poorly lit by rudimentary lamps. Where does this passageway lead to? As she progresses down the corridor, slightly hunched over, her anticipation is tinged with uncertainty. This is a good... It's getting narrower. This is also good narrative, but also it's stressing me out. It is getting a bit narrower. Also, the fact we have to do this. The wooden planks creak and shift unevenly as she steps on them, proving that the tunnel is dug directly into the earth. Debbie advances, carefully crouching. She walks on and on and on until she reaches a gate. Yeah, I know the jump scare. I don't want it. Debbie inspects the symbol on the lock. Oh, piss. Oh yeah, we've got night vision now. So, okay. Hats. She inspects the symbol on the lock. That symbol looks familiar. It does. The rooster. But I don't think we have the code for the rooster. And we saw it on the map. So, okay. Let's just go back this way. Whee! Oh, God. Tunnel. Okay. Garage. When she opens the last door in the tunnel, discovers it leads to the mansion's garage, Debbie can't help but feel a little lost. Really? I hadn't even noticed another room door in the garage. The truth is, Debbie had been in the garage before, but she'd always accessed it from the garden, which we can go out into. Oh god, should we? Okay, hang on, hold up. Garage first, garden after. I don't know when to use this. I'm now concerned everything has secret shit on it. So, after brushing the dirt off her hands, forearms and legs, Debbie takes a look around. The garage's main tenant is a beautiful convertible covered by a semi-transparent tarp. Someday we must go for a drive, you and I. The vehicle is surrounded by shelves that are full of junk and old boxes. There is also a fire extinguisher hanging on the wall. Remove the safety pin. Point at the base of the flames, press the handle to kickstart extinguishing agent. Okay. Can I take this, please? I guess not. I guess that's for later. Despite coming to believe over the last few weeks that everything in the house belonged to her, at times it felt like it didn't at all. And at any given moment, someone would appear to accuse her of being a thief. Okay, let's go out to the garden then. So she opens the garage door, the one she's already familiar with, and steps into the garden. It is getting dark. She's been wandering the mansion's secret tunnels for so long she's lost track of time. She thoughtfully circles around the pool and the hammocks, roaming through the leaf-covered lawn. She stops next to some sculptures that caught her eye for the very first day. At the end of the garden stands an imposing tower, another of the estate's great enigmas. Debbie has tried to get in there several times, but the lock has one of the cryptic electronic locks. Oh, good. Also, can I interest you in some concerning gnomes? Arsène Lupin, Simon Templar, Thomas Crown, and Philibus. Why is Philibus more shadowy than the others? Hats, yes. But that's just one of each, isn't it? Hang on. Oh. Oh god. Northeast, west, south. Compass directions. But also, is it how many N's turn up is the hat? How many E's is the halo? Because if it's N's, it's what? 2, 3, 4. E's are 1, 2, 3, 3. W is going to be 1. Fiddle bus is 4. We do not have a notebook for this. Regrets. There might be regrets of me not doing a notebook. No. Hang on. Go back to the garage. Go to the tunnel. And then go to the video shop. Okay, so if I'm correct, what did I say? I've got a picture of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. What? Oh shit! Go around again. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not that. Okay. Just double checking I've not miscounted. No. They are also wearing the hats in that order, the gnomes. The other option is like how many it turns up in their name, but again, it's also compass bearings. Again, I just want to see if this... it probably is not this. No. Okay. Interesting. Oh shit. Tunnel. There it is. We'll come back to that. We technically shouldn't be going in there yet anyway. We should be going in the Cabinet of Curiosities. But I'm being nosy. Debbie opens the 5th door, the smallest of all the doors in the mysterious hallway. It looks like one of those shrinking doors from Alice in Wonderland. Debbie plucks up her courage before crawling into a tiny corridor dug out of the earth as dark as a lion's den. Also, if your eyes are getting messed up by the scrolling text, don't look at it. I'll take the hit for all of us. At the end of the tunnel, a tiny, promising light is visible. She can feel the soft earth and the occasional small root.
Good afternoon, madam.
Under her hands and knees. Hello, Rainbow. Welcome to a weird, mysterious house. We're in a secret tunnel inside a secret tunnel inside a secret tunnel. Someone left us on our 18th birthday this address and a key to the front door. No one else has appeared, other than somebody who we didn't see but knocked at the doors and left us a book. That sort of shit. Welcome into your house. Did you build these tunnels, Serena? Couldn't you have had a more normal hobby, like playing solitaire or drinking scotch? As she nears the little light, she makes it out to be a rudimentary wall lamp. When she finally reaches it, Debbie looks up, searching for a way out, and relieved sees the trap door. Oh. Shit. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay, well I can't get to the map here, but I assume that more information is needed for that as well. So let's go back here. And go to the place that we are supposed to go. Actually, the map very quickly. So I'm on this street, this bit. If I go to here... you can see, like, where we've got some gate problems. The garage, the garden, there's the tower. We can't get through there. Also, the camera room, in theory, has stuff in these channels, but we haven't gone there yet. Cabinet of Curiosities, let's go. So, on the wall next to the door frame, placed at eye level, is a small panel with buttons. It seems to be some kind of padlock. Ignoring the lock for a moment, Debbie stretches out her legs as she leans her torso and both hands on the door, trying to push against it as hard as she can, though her efforts are futile. Hey, Demonic. Welcome in. Hope you're good as well. I think we're doing okay. We've maybe inherited a house, but we're not sure. It's full of secrets. And it's all weird. But we're in a secret tunnel inside a secret tunnel, possibly meeting someone in the Cabinet of Curiosities. The secret tunnel is in the bathroom as well. I just, you know, we weren't expecting this. I'm gonna have to deal with this padlock. Oh no. Oh, that's a... Oh, hello. Page 101 to 108. I don't have these pages. 7 won't fit there. Oh, maybe it's page. We've got a P. No. We do not have P. Is it the same stuff in every one? I think so. Yeah. Toss. So, the problem is I can't access the book whenever I want. Also, I don't think we have that page. That's the other problem. We've got like page 50 something. Not 101 to 108. Can I go back? Tunnel. What we can do, although I need the map again. Channel Irma Vep. Did I take a photo of this? Sorry, let me just check if I took a photo of this map. I, in fact, did not take a photo of this map. There we go. Can I use the black light on the book? Potentially, but I have to look at the book and you can't just pull it up out of your inventory. Hello, that was a questionable noise. Right, okay, let's try 7, 3, 5. Oh, hello. Okay, that's... Where have we seen that? I can't be this keypad. I'm trying to think if we've seen... I've seen this. I don't know if I've seen a 4x4 grid that goes with it. Let's just check the warehouse on that. Oh. Maybe I'm missing something. No, this is gone now, because we fixed it. So I think the warehouse is now done. Which means we're looking at... Wait a minute. Was it in the garden? Let's just check. You just can do one. No, that's the snake. Tunnel. It's not that, it's not that. Was it straight? Hang on. Trapdoor. There it is. Is there an order? Okay. A parking meter. What? Having calmed herself down, Debbie cracks open the trapdoor and peeks her head out. The roar of a car engine a mere few meters away startles her. She's in the street. In the middle of the street. What in the hell is this? Must not. Must not. Debbie attempts to mentally map out the web of passageways and corridors she's traversing. She's reminded of the arrogant plan Professor Moriarty, Sherlock Holmes' nemesis, once dreamed up. He wished to build tunnels under the entire city so he could rob banks and stores and then make his escape easily evading the police. Is that your plan as well, Serena? To build an exclusive subway network just for you? After making sure the coast is clear, Debbie fully opens the trapdoor and climbs out. She discreetly takes a look around. The street is deserted except for a couple of cars and a parking meter that for some reason catches her eye. Oh yeah. I have no coins for the parking meter. Annoyingly. No snake coins today. Unless I can now get it off the fire extinguisher in the garage. Maybe. Remove the safety pin. Point at the base of the flames and press the handle to kickstart extinguisher agent. The safety pin is... It's like, can I have that? No. So... Hi, Renan. Morning. No. Stop it. I've got bad enough time blindness without you throwing in good morning. Are you alright? I'm having not a small crisis, that's a bit of a strong word, but channel Irma Vep. How do I convert Irma Vep into wait a minute. The key is this so it's telling me the key for this was here, right? So the key for the snake is the key parking meter, but the garage does also have the key for the snake. So I think I'm in the right place. I'm just not necessarily getting it right. And how it lines up with this, which is the 3-digit doodad. Spinny lock. Basically there are two clues. I cannot solve the chicken rooster one until I've got the tower stuff, and I can't do that until I've done the snake. And channel Irma Vep, I don't think I can work out immediately. I think I need more information to give me the code for the Cabinet of Curiosities. Oh yeah, I also need stuff from the video shop, actually. Dissociate. Oh no. That's okay though. Irma Vep is, yes, an anagram of vampire. It's also canonically within this, and possibly also in reality, a really old black and white vampire film, where the vampire is also like a criminal mastermind and a journalist is trying to stop them. So Irma Vep is she's a character. But yes, it is an anagram of vampire because she's also a vampire. What that specifically does for this, I don't know. But it is in the magical book that makes of clippings that has dubious information in it. Oh, so I need to work out this street meter situation, don't I? But how am I getting this fire extinguisher? Remove the safety pin. Point at the base of the flames and press the handle to kickstart it. I can't see a pin. I also don't appear to be able to do anything else with this. I can't, like, drag it around. All it does is flip. Oh, shit. Hang on a minute. Parking. Wait a minute. Wait a sec. Hold up. Yes, it probably is. The spelling mistake is probably a typo in this instance because it is. I think it's Spanish originally. So I think I want to say the localization actually came afterwards as well. Possibly, you can also play it in French if you'd like. But no, I think in that instance it's just an unfortunate typo. If we're talking about extinguishing agent. Oh yeah, it's missing a H, isn't it? So parking. Wait, am I just pressing the colours on the fire extinguisher? Hold up. Just pressing them in a specific order. Yeah, no, street. Parking meter. Right, what do you want? Green? Green, green, green. Oh, I can't read that. That's really not helpful. Please don't disappear. Oh, fuck, of course. I mean, actually, yeah, to be fair, I could also have just looked at it. I like how I was looking. 12:39 is for the snake. Jesus wept. You can tell we've reached, like, the last hour of the stream, because I've just basically forgotten a mechanic existed that I have been fucking about with. Although I will say, normally, and also I should have said it earlier with Jim a little bit sooner, just like the back seating. Not the back seating, but the checking if I need help. Although both times I did need help, I just was not necessarily ready to ask. I don't think. Was that an element of pride, maybe? Was that I might be working on it, I just don't know? Mostly lying to myself about it. You've been watching Lie to Me? Oh, what, the show that was unfortunately cancelled that has What's His Chops in it? With the micro expressions. That was a delightful show. Absolute chaos. Tim Roth, yeah. Absolute chaos. The writing at the end especially just was all over the place. Because it's like, were you cancelled or were you being set up? Suggestions are not discouraged. This is where I arguably should have been clearer before we started this, but also wasn't quite sure myself. Like, there's a line of, like, I'm good with folks suggesting if they don't know, because we're all thinking together. It's more that if someone comes in and just tells me the answer. So no, they're not discouraged. But also, yeah, arguably I should have, because the last puzzle game we did was the Roth trees, where it was like, actually everyone needs to pitch in or we're fucked. This is a bit more, and then before that was Blueprints, where I played it, so I was more like, well, which way shall we go? Maybe you might want to take this. Also, actually, whilst I have some of you, did I say, thought I said root trees, not roth trees. Look, see, I'm tired. I have actually a question whilst we're speaking about Blueprints, because I forgot to ask it earlier. How would you feel? Because we're doing a fundraiser this month. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and as a patron of Safe in Our World, I would like to do a fundraiser. I have been absurdly busy and not had the spoons to even think about anything to do with charity for several months, mostly because of juggling the consultancy bit and making sure that that doesn't fail horribly in the current economic climate where charities are scared to spend. But we are going to be doing a fundraiser for them in a couple of weeks. How would you feel about Blueprints, new save? You can bring all of the puzzle solutions that you want with you if you have them. Donations decide what we do. So, for example, I need to work out the pricing and exactly what we're doing, but you can pick a room for like £1. We can also add things in like instantly end the day. So there's some stuff which can be beneficial, give you control to progress the game. There's some stuff where you can just fuck everyone for charity. I need to have a think about exactly what pricing, but I'm thinking like a lot of stuff that's quite cheap. So that you have the ability to just be like, yeah, this. And also potentially donate for multiple rooms choices, and then it's just a case of we go down the order of the list. Would we like that, potentially, as a charity stream for fundraising? Because I've got a spare save slot, so you can butcher the heck out of it if you want. But I can also think of something else, potentially. It would not be crowd control. Because crowd control is like, crowd control runs Skyrim, so that's a lot easier and automated. With this one, it would be Tiltify, and I'd be having to keep an eye on the rewards in the back end. But Blueprints is not necessarily a game where I need to be like reacting really quickly to stuff trying to kill me. So it is something where it's a little easier. If it was on crowd control, brilliant, but it isn't. Also, I don't know if Safe in Our World is also on crowd control as a charity. But yes, chat, if you like the idea of potentially me making a Blueprints game save playthrough just for one day later this month, I'm also going to try and get some prizes and giveaways to go with it as well, where you donate to support a mental health charity, but you also get to like drive the game forwards. Please say yes, because if you don't say yes, or no, please let me know, not don't say yes. Please let me know what you think, because if you are silent about it, I don't know either way. There were a couple of folk on Discord who was like, yeah, that sounds fun. I'm also very conscious that, again, it's a pretty turbulent time. Financial stuff, especially, you know, spare cash to throw at charities and things. Not necessarily where we were several years ago, for, you know, multiple reasons. Which is why I want to do like very cheap and cheerful donations so that everyone can get pitched in, but also, you know, all of that. Sounds fun. Good. Okay. Because the alternative would have been something like Planet Zoo. Also, I might have had a little frame rate drop. It might die again. It might have happened some time ago and I haven't noticed. It might be I literally just looked at it, did it. You okay? You chill? I'm trying a different Twitch server today, just to see if that makes any difference to the weird drop frames. Again, it's not. I don't think it's OBS. I think there's congestion somewhere, but it's hard for us to work out where. I think, but it is hard to know. The router definitely sees it, but the router thinks that sometimes I've told it to turn off, or a remote connection's told it to turn off, and it's like, well, that's not It's not, again, it's quite a generic, it's a very, like, Windows an error has occurred type message, where you're like, what error? So what we can do, or what I can do, is try different things and see what happens if we change regions to stream to. So currently I'm streaming to Amsterdam instead of London. It doesn't help as well that there are currently power and internet issues across, like, some of Europe, because that also isn't going to help with trying to problem solve it. So, yeah, it's all a bit of a guesswork at the moment. Sorry, this was for, yeah, outside. Okay, we need to go to the garage and then the garden. Yeah, the very vague blue screen of death where you look up the QR code and it's like, I don't know, mate, something happened. The door lock. Right. 1, 2, no. Stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Oh. One, 2, 3, 9. Or are you the one? Could be this is the one. 2, 3. Okay, 1,000 points for Debbie Clock. We've looked it up, it's Clock. Ladies and gentlemen, she congratulates herself after managing to open the tower door. Leaving the garden, Debbie steps inside and finds herself on a small landing in the dark, where all she finds is a staircase. Yeah. She takes a last look at it before deciding to climb up. The howling of the wind and the last rays of warm sunlight are filtering in the top of the strange building. It's an Irish name, it's Clock. Just for clarity there. But that's why I was like, what is it? How do we say this? But it is originally, it's an anglicised Irish name. Yeah, it's supposed to be Clock. So if you think about clock, that sound, right? So yeah, it's been horribly butchered, which is why I was like, can I just clarify? Before I just go Debbie Clow for the whole thing. Or clock. But it is more of a clock noise. You just think of Nigel Clock, the footy manager. I wouldn't say the Yorkshire lot have a lot. The Yorkshire lot have a lot to answer for. I'd say many centuries of oppression and stealing of things has a lot to. So all of us, basically. Although I'd imagine that the Yorkshire accent probably doesn't help with because it's a completely different vibe, isn't it? So what is this? Sorry, we're climbing this tower. It's a small room that opens to the outside and look out. In the centre, there are freestanding binoculars that can be used to view the landscape through the arches that support the roof. These must be for admiring the views or spying on the neighbours. Oh dear. Oh. Oh no. What? Oh dear. This is... Well, that scared the shit out of me. Why did it do that? Oh, it's squeaky. Right. It's ridiculous. So these I assume tie into the lads, the gnomes with the hats, because they have N's on them, right? So it's 4 for N. I like how I'm now opening a Google to 4 for N. Actually, I should probably put N next to it. Is that 4? Yeah, 4 chimneys. 3 E. Not sure. Oh, actually, that's just the middle point, isn't it? Of course. S is 6. And Windows? I mean, that's 10. That's not going to be helpful for a pad thing that only goes up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9W. Cool. It would make... Yeah, because also, again, the number pad only goes up to 9 and then it goes around to 0. So it makes no sense. For that pad. Right, it's these boys, see? So if I do that, N, so 4, 3, 9, 6. It's a good thing I did write them down with their the point on, because they have swapped these two round. Because they're rude like that. I need to go back through the garage, please. I need to then go in the tunnel. And then I need to look at the map, because I can't remember. Ah, the video shop. Yes. The video shop. Okay, then we go down here, which gives us all a bit of nausea, because what? Sorry, gate. So, I need 4, 3, 9, I think it is, 6. Yes! The video shop. The hatch opens. Yet another of the mansion's secrets have been revealed. One more piece of the gigantic puzzle. Startled and excited, Debbie finds she's in a small room that reminds her of a storage unit. At the back, there's a door through which light filters in. What's that noise? Debbie can clearly hear voices from behind the door. She approaches it and opens it very cautiously. Through the crack, she can see a guy dressed in a uniform standing behind a counter serving another young man. Behind them, a lady holding a baby in her arms browses through VHS and DVD movies on a shelf. Debbie can't believe her eyes. She glances back at the trapdoor in the corridor that led her here. What's going on, Serena? Are you afraid you'll miss the latest releases? Debbie quietly shuts the door and walks to the shelves to inspect them. They are crammed with boxes of movies. The Killing, Harris Kubrick. We have Peter Sellers in Revenge of the Pink Panther. Didn't I say Pink Panther earlier? It fits. And, oh, Irma Vep. Hang on, can I... Law of Tapes. Hang on. Can I get the others out? Oh, that... Hang on, is this one empty? Oh, these are empty. It's just this one that's got stuff in. Law of Tapes. Yeah, the feds will come and get you if you pirate their shit. Not their shit. Films. Where am I putting that? What? Sorry, go back to this. Law of Tapes. If you were in the UK and you're a certain age, you'll remember you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal an handbag. It's, I think, come out recently that they stole the font to make that ad. But yeah, stuff like that. I remember on VHS tapes, and I think they probably still have to put it, the bit where it says, like, where you're not also allowed to show films. So, you're not allowed to show them in, like, large public spaces or to more than several people, because then it's like a film showing, like a cinema, right? And there's different rights or something. But I think there's some weird exceptions, like you're allowed, and this again makes sense, especially if you've played Still Wakes the Deep, to show them on oil rigs or in prisons. There was something weird about that. That was like, yeah, this bit's fine. Yeah, the magic card. I like the magic card can't spell. You wouldn't cast a spell. I enjoyed that quite a bit. How? Okay, Law of Tapes. I'm going to leave. I don't think I can take the tape with me. But the Law of Tapes. Law of Tapes. Channel Irma Vep. Okay. We need to go back to the camera room. How do I deal with the Law of Tapes? I can't put the tape in. How do I do channel oh god, how do I do channel Irma Vep? How does Law of Tapes convert into this? God. Yeah, they're not technically public, but I think there was something about showing it to a certain number of people. Like there was like a limit on who you're allowed to show the VHS tape to. I think schools were in there as well, as allowed. There's some weird wording on the old one. The old VHS tape stuff. How am I converting Irma Vep and also Law of Tapes into a clue? Because I can't put a tape in here. It wouldn't let me take the tape. Oh yeah, the TV on wheels. Yes. Yes! Oh my god, at one point, we got, in one room only, there was a whiteboard that came down from the ceiling that you could project onto. And I think it lived for about a month. And I say lived because a teacher got confused and wrote on it with permanent marker. And that was the end of that. It's like, that's it. You can't, once it's got permanent marker on it, it's fucked. We also had one of those in, again, the ICT lab. This is in, like, somewhere in the mid-noughties. One of those interactive whiteboards. Once again, that got written on, and you're supposed to write on it with, like, a digital ink, like pen, right? You're not writing on it with actual ink. Someone picked the wrong thing. Oh, dear. It's like, that's it. That's probably like 10,000 quid just written off, or whatever it was. The smart boards, which didn't work super well because, again, the teachers weren't very au fait with them and got confused about how they worked. And then also it's like, when are we ever going to use a smart board? I see why, but like, it's just, one of the history teachers ended up also teaching IT. And for some reason they made you do, if you were doing IT GCSE, they still made you do the ECDL, which I think still exists, but it used to be called the European Computer Driving License, which is a completely, as far as I can tell, pointless qualification. I have never put it anywhere, no one has ever asked for it, but it's supposed to show that you know how to use things like Office, like Word, make a spreadsheet. They made me do that and a couple of other people who also did IT. And it's like, why? Because the IT GCSE has more bearing than this does. Like, the ECDL thing was like, change the font colour, change the size of the text. Meanwhile, in IT, we're doing, like, building a website. It's just very weird. But yeah, like, a lot of the teachers basically just added in IT that were already teaching at the school, which is weird. Oh my god, also, one of the worst mistakes that they could have made with IT GCSE, and I think it's all gone digital now, was you have to print out all of your coursework. It's like 60% coursework, the one we were doing, including if you were doing something with access databases, which everyone had to do. All of that. It was a free GCSE. I really didn't study because I was like, I'm living computers, I'm fine. My 8-mark question, one of them was explain the pros and cons of CCTV. and more CCTV in our streets. And the other one was an 8-mark question. Please name, not an essay, just an 8-mark question. Please name 8 inputs and outputs of a computer. I was like, what was the damn point of this? We got taught what was RAM, yeah, all of that, but it was just like, to our age range, we know this stuff. Like, we're literally going like home and doing it. So it was a bit of a weird one, because it did feel like some stuff was oversimplified. But then also, yeah, if it was exam season, coursework submission season, you could not use any printer in the school because there were the IT GCSE students printing out 60 pages of appendices, which was, again, such a waste. Imagine if there's 30 students in the year doing IT GCSE and you're printing out 60 pages, and that's just the appendix of one thing. Such a mess. Also, yes, speaking of mess, the ads are coming in 4.5 minutes time. If you're not subscribed, you may see some. You can subscribe, it supports the channel. You don't see any ads, you get some lovely emotes to use across the site. But you can also take that time to go and have a drink or a snack. It'll be about 3 minutes. You may see less. Yeah, I went to not a grammar school, but I went to I did pass the 11 plus, but I got shuffled into an all-girls school instead, which actually is like, Debbie has come from some sort of private boarding school situation and has been bullied there. But we think in the US because of everything else. A lot of the grammar schools, though, did tend to be all boys or all girls. There are a couple that were mixed, but not as many as like the single sex ones. I like how I've derailed myself. I don't actually know where I came in the 11 plus. I don't think that information was ever shared with me by my parents. Oh yeah, this Irma Vep thing. This Irma Vep and the tape law. The law of tapes. The law of tapes. What is this? I don't actually know this bit. Go back to the video shop a sec. Oh yeah, the game, yeah. Just someone in chat who's just been like slowly simmering, just going, fucking play the game! Yeah, so this game, this clue. Law of tapes. I don't know. Rewind, be kind, yes. To be fair, we came from this. We should go back to it. Irma Vep is mentioned in a couple of places. Irma Vep is in the book. We cannot get the book out because we're not upstairs. Did the camera room have a rewind? Maybe. Oh shit, the law of tapes. I mean, if that is the case, that's a possible reach, but also maybe. I don't know if there was a tape in there. No. Oh, I mean, I can do that. That's it. No. No, unfortunately not. Sorry. An attempt was made. It was a good thing to check, but no. Hang on, let's go look at the Cabinet of Curiosities, see what it actually wants. We've used that channel number. Right. Okay, so we did use the channel number before. That's how we started this whole thing. Right, so we have two clues. We have the Law of Tapes with Irma Vep. We also have this. We do not have those pages. Also, all of these, I think, have the same letters on them. From quickly skimming through. So we do not have page 102 through to 107. Channel Irma Val is, yeah, the other clue. Oh, shit. Hang on. Hold up. Is it wanting 10... Could we put 102, 103, 104 into the camera setup? Because that does take 3-digit numbers. Hold up. 102 onwards. Just see what it does. 102. Oh no, sorry, it was the law of tapes as in the legal law, not the law as in headcanon law. Oh shit. Law of tapes. Is it 325? 325? Yes. Well done. Holy shit. Pardon?
Another going up the stairs.
What? Where's this going?
One who is peeing. The one from before who is now telling his companions a joke. One after another, the amigos are the key to the treasure door.
Sorry.
One Mexican on a bike. Another going up the stairs.
Sorry, is this a live feed? Because that man's back.
The one from before who is now telling his companions a joke. One after another, the amigos are the key to the treasure door. One Mexican on a bike. Another going up the stairs. One who is peeing. The one from before who is now telling his companions a joke. One after another, the amigos are the key to the treasure door.
I'm coming out of that just for a second. Sorry, why so many Mexicans? 4 amigos. That's not the video shop. Though, is it? Also, Irma Vep still technically isn't there. Is it? Oh, Amigo. Amigos could work. Is the cabinet only 4 letters? No, it's... No, I think it's 5, because I was like, can I spell 7? Or maybe it is. Irma Vep was the video with Law and Tape. Sorry, yes. So we can tick that off. So in theory, we should have everything that we need. From Mexicans being on bikes. I'm going to play it again.
One Mexican on a bike. Another going up the stairs.
See, he's still
One
there.
who is peeing. The one from before who is now telling his companions a joke. One after another, the amigos are the key to the treasure door.
Okay,
One Mexican...
Okay, so are we saying that that entire thing is bullshit and it's just amigos is the key to the door? Let's have a look. Is there an F? No. There is no F. So, Or also there was that, wasn't there? Which I... One Mexican on a bike. This sounds like I'm about to make a really fucking racist joke, and I can't. One Mexican on a bike. One going up the stairs. One peeing. Then the previous one coming to tell him a joke. I don't think there's enough spaces where this stuff, like this specific thing, appears. I like how you can tell it's also getting to the end of the day. Because it's just like the bafflement just gets worse. Okay. I don't think we could just start plugging in, quotation marks, Mexican names. We cannot go upstairs. This is the problem. Which is really cramping our style. There is no way to go back upstairs. She's not having it. Like, we physically cannot leave. Upstairs is currently unavailable to us until we solve this bit. Yeah, that's the problem. I have a map. Let's just go back to the... Hang on. Show me the map again. It's mean. It's mean, but it's peak puzzle puzzle game. I was gonna say puzzle channel. What? Hang on. What is happening on the screen when we do this? What was it? 325.
One Mexican on a bike, another going up the stairs. One who is peeing, the one from before who is now telling his companions a joke. One after another, the amigos are the key to the treasure door. One Mexican on a bike, another going up the stairs. One who is peeing, the one from before who is now telling his companions a joke. One after another, the amigos are the key to the treasure door.
What's four in Spanish? Oh, hang on. Unos, dos, tres, cuatro. No. If in doubt, there's probably been some millennial era song that counts in that language. Jesus Christ. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. I can't count any higher. We're fucked if I need to do anything else. Yeah, quattro isn't going to fit. Also, Q doesn't turn up there. Oops, sorry. I don't think there's a B either. Right, this is... I'm going to look. Can I make a note? They should all be equal, but let me show you. It's not 4. No. So, SELNOTG, and it goes all the way around. And I think they also go in the same order. Yeah, SELNOTGS. That's, yeah, those are the letters. GOTS. long. I mean, at this point... No. Note. I like how we've just decided we're ignoring the thing. Wait, hang on. Loan? What is in? I mean, it's worth a go. No, it is not loan. Unfortunately. We think we're brute forcing the shit. This is a point where we could look it up. I think. My main issue is the Mexican on a bike is confusing me / distracting me. Because it is so random. My brain's like, why is the Mexican on a bike? Why is one going upstairs? Gone? I mean... No. Wait a sec. No, it's not none. It's not tone. It's not gone. So they all have a word in common. Apart from all being Mexican. Oh, I hate this. This is good, but I hate this. Yeah, they say peeing. That is a point. It's not on the toilet. They say one Mexican on a bike, one going upstairs, one peeing, and then one of the previous ones telling his companions a joke. I'm looking it up. Tres. 3. Do we have an R? Actually. No, we don't have an R. An R. Excuse me. Your house game walkthrough. Let's just see. Here we go. Right. The map for chapter 3. So we're in chapter 3, by the way. Okay. Okay. What? Oh, hold up. We've missed something rather important. We missed something that was... No, not necessarily that simple, but... Let me show you. If I go into night vision... We didn't do it like this. We forgot that there's a follow-up bit sometimes. So, because we didn't look at it as part of the, like, story, we clicked into it. We didn't see this bit. It might have been there before. So, she sees something's written above the padlock. Page 101 to 108. She opens the book to consult it. And here we have the pages that we couldn't get before. The master thief, Leon, strikes again. Stole a priceless golden cat figure. A modern day Robin Hood. Well, that's not the page we want, though, is it? We need to find the 4 amigos. So, we're going in. Oh, look. Los Amigos Sovales. Pedro. So, E. Francisco. N. Tobias. Ah, but which ones are they? Octavio, Samuel A. Alfredo, Lorenzo, Pedro y Pablo. Loran Juntos? Is this some La Reunion? Oh, Church of the Spaghetti Monster. Hello. Book 4, The Holy Book of Tortellini. Some excerpt. It's. No, I'm not reading that out. No. So it's not that page. So do we? Okay. We need to pick out the ones that are what they're doing? So is that a bike? That's the stairs, right? How do we know? How do we know? Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I've just realised. It's the top of their hats, isn't it? Holy shit. Okay. That's a bike. That's a hat. I'm so angry. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. That's why they were like Mexicans. Oh god, yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Yeah. Well played. Well goddamn played. Patrones Escondites, which is the name of the game developer. Who are based in Barcelona. Just by the way. In fact, actually, I think the read after deleting might be by them as well. But, yeah, I love how that took us some time to be like, why is that the bike? Because they've got hats on. Okay. So, the bike, Francisco, N. I don't think that's the stairs. I think that's the stairs. Octavio, O. Peeing, that one? Is that supposed to be piss? And then, is this one with the jokes? Onla. Because that's the only one out of all of these where they might be peeing. Let's go try Onla. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I did not think that through. Right. First one. 3 is the jokes. Oh, the 3 is the jokes because the other 2 are laughing. Oh my god, that's annoyingly well done. Hang on. The first one. Oh shit, you're right. The first one. So is it O-N-E-L? Noel. Oh, fuck me. Noel, as in... Oh. Is this Noel's house party? Is that what the problem is? Am I going to get killed by Mr. Blobby? Is Mr. Blobby the guy waiting outside? I'm okay with that headcanon.
Took me a while, but I finally made it into the Cabinet of Curiosities. Was this your big secret? You collected jewels and works of art.
Stole, probably.
Why would you hide them here?
Stolen.
But hold on, it wasn't Serena who took all of this. It was someone called Leon.
Amulet of Bastet looks remarkably like mine.
Genuine gentleman thief who elevated theft to an art form. His identity always remained a complete enigma, so everyone was always in the dark about
Wait
his
a
next
minute.
move.
Is that the guy from Dorset who's
The
gotten...
police were desperate to catch him, but the general public worshipped him like a hero.
Is
Even
Leon
then,
the...
he still had to live in the shadows.
Oh, Noelle is Leon backwards
Something he
as
hadn't
well.
done.
Oh, I hate this.
Hang on, what?
I don't hate this.
What's my name doing there? It was just ready and waiting for me? What the hell does this all mean?
Lucky cat. We're going to Japan. Are those Japan? Debbie's stomach growls as she begins to devour the bowl of milk and cereal. She's sitting at the large dining room table surrounded by empty chairs. Her only company is the mysterious cat statue, which is watching her from next to the Count Chocula box. Also, cat statue, and that note said the amulet of Bastet, which is the... It looks like some of the amulet that our aunt gave us, said it was our mum's heirloom or something. So another cat? Dunno. You'd think it was hungry too, she thinks as she gazes at the encrusted jewels. There is no doubt it's a very valuable piece. The fact that it's stolen is what fascinates her most. She's always been attracted to illicit activities. Even as a child, she preferred villains to heroes, and despite only ever confessing it to a friend once, Debbie loved stealing. She's overcome by a fond feeling of complicity. We've definitely said that right. Towards Leon. She imagines the adrenaline rush he must have felt as he carried out his daring heists, carefully planning them, executing them, and then reveling in his spoils. Oh, the reading is going downhill with 20 minutes to go. The last few years have been a wild time for Debbie. She's broken every rule she possibly could. She'd become the school's bad girl, and she liked that. She enjoyed being bad and dangerous. One subject she excelled in was pulling pranks. She loved to play pranks, and the more elaborate they were, the better. She also enjoyed scamming the rich brats from school by making ridiculous bets from which she had won a number of things ranging from free drinks to a convertible. Well done. And although most of the time she got away with it, on a couple of occasions she had been expelled from school for a few days. What came after was much, much worse. Her father's punishment, physical, painful, humiliating. Boo. Oh. Musical notes. I equals A again. Oh, this is a... okay. Debbie tips some more cereal into her bowl as she flips through the scrapbook looking for the page that's labelled on the cat statue. Her intuition tells her that the mansion is still hiding many secrets, and all she needs to do is fit the pieces together. No way! The golden heist. Here it is. This is the cat that was stolen. Right? But there it is. A photograph of a pedestal with a statue that she now has in front of her alongside 3 others. And that's not all. Debbie recognises the floor lamp next to the pedestal. It has a vintage design. It looks like something out of a 1970s sci-fi movie. And she's almost certain she's seen it before, but where? The library. Debbie jumps up with a start, knocking the chair to the floor and tipping the milk carton over, which spills onto the table. Oh, I'll clean it up later. She runs out of the dining room door and into the office. On the way to the library, she needs to find that pedestal and check it as soon as possible. We still cannot do anything with this, just by the way. Library. She has been in here before, but only to have a quick look around. Now her eyes scour the room, scanning the bookshelves and furniture piled high with books, searching for that damned pedestal. Where the hell is it? Just when she thinks her memory is playing tricks on her, she turns around to leave and sees it in the corner next to the lamp. Just as she suspected, the pedestal was there, identical to the one she had seen in the scrapbook, but there's no sign of the cats. IA once again. So there's a mouse there. Debbie approaches the pedestal and examines it. It's made of polished marble. It looks like it's very heavy. It has 4 holes, which are each shaped differently. She delicately tries to place the cat figure she found in the cabinet of curiosities into one of the holes, but the base doesn't fit. As she places it into the 3rd hole, She is finally able to firmly insert the figure. Okay. Someone's calling. Hello? What a cute kitty. Hang on. Sorry. The fuck? Picking it up could only cause more trouble. The house is supposed to be empty. She's not supposed to be here at all. Or maybe she is. She rubs her sweaty fingertips together uncertainly. Come on, leave me alone. She holds her breath, waiting for the caller to give up. But it keeps ringing. What if it's for me? Debbie can't look away. But who would know I'm here?
Hello, Debbie. I've been waiting to talk with you for a long time, you know. But first, you must listen to me very carefully. We don't have much time. Please, help me find my cats. They've gotten lost all over this massive house. Once they're all together, they'll give you a time. The time to cry.
What? Thanks for that. After hanging up the phone, Debbie swallows hard and takes a minute to think. She almost feels relieved. She was afraid she'd hear her father on the other end of the line, angrily making threats and ordering her to come home. But no, the voice sounded unfamiliar, and that reassured her. Whoever it is, someone wants to keep playing. Alright, so that's how it's going to be, is it? She says as she nods, plucking up her courage. Well, you asked for it. I'm going to get this over with, and I'm going to beat you. Feeling more determined than ever, Debbie walks out the door, prepared to find the 3 missing figures. But I assume the person who's trying to get in, knocking at the door, may not be the same person. I don't know. Debbie's a bundle of nerves as she enters the living room and starts pacing around in circles in an attempt to clear her mind. Her gaze falls on the huge couch that presides over the living room. Ah, the plush cushions seem to be calling her name. Not now. She has more important things at hand. She must find the missing figures. She wants to solve this damn mystery. There are 2 means of refuge from the miseries of life, music and cats. I cannot interact with that, by the way, for now. It's not having it. No black light, that's gone as well. So we can go to the hall and take the stairs, return to the dining room, go back to the library, or go to the office. Office. Okay. She has not found... I'm just skimming this. She has not found anything there. She bumped her head. That's it. Library. Okay. No. Living room. Not now, etc. Right. So we have the dining room, the stairs, and the hall. The I equals A has been everywhere in this. It's in front of the cats. It's on a clock. Like, it's a thing. Oh no, oh god. With a sad attempt to wipe up the puddle of milk she left earlier with paper napkins, Debbie turns her attention to what really matters now, the cat statue. She kneels down in front of the glass furniture, cupboards and cabinets that line the huge dining room table. She finds a bit of everything. Silver cutlery, bohemian crystal goblets, porcelain tableware. But what about the cat? Where are you hiding? Tick. Discouraged, she sits down in a chair, crosses her arms on the table, resting her chin on the cold wood. She glances at the clock out of the corner of her eye. How long have I spent searching? In front of her are 3 door-shaped possibilities: the kitchen, the office, or the living room. We cannot interact with this at this time. Oh, no, we can. They said about she said on the phone about the time, and the time will be a time to cry. If this is a cuckoo clock, I assume that's what that is. We do not have the time right now. But that's something. The kitchen. We have not been in the kitchen for a while. Despite it being one of the rooms in the house that she's been in the most, for the first time, she realises just how big it is. Yeah, I think it's 2 lines on the top for the 3rd note. When she lived in her father's house, she barely set foot in the kitchen. When she did visit the kitchen, it was to raid the refrigerator where there was always some freshly prepared delight. There she had round-the-clock service. There was no need to get her hands dirty, not even to make a sandwich. On the other hand, here, the fridge was practically empty. So far, she'd have subsisted on takeaway pizza and chicken wings, boxes of which were piled up on the counter. She hadn't even bothered to take an inventory of the pots and pans, frying pans and other utensils at her disposal. Cooking isn't her thing, but sooner or later she'll have to get on with it. Do you like a teapot? Oh! Or a pan. Or... Oh! Hello. A cat. Okay. That was surprisingly sorted. The cat is also apparently covered in precious stones. It's ceramic, but it does have gold on it as well. I would like to go to the living room, please. And then I would like to go to the hall. She reaches the hall. From here she can access a small guest toilet or return to the living room. Toilet. From the hall, Debbie slightly opens the bathroom door and pokes her head in, not quite convinced this is the right place to search for the figurines. It would be a miracle if I happen to find the cat's hair. She opens the door wide and turns on the light. After a quick glance around, she sees her reflection in the mirror and makes a face. Here I am playing detective looking like this, she says, as she fixes her hair with her fingers. She sighs heavily as she realizes just how much of a hermit she's become since she arrived at the house. The truth is she doesn't care, but deep down she misses getting all dressed up to go partying and break some guy, or girl's, heart. But if it were me, I'd definitely hide one in here, she mutters to herself as she pictures... Just chill for a sec. Has YouTube also had a crisis? Interesting. Oh no, that's gone. Stream is healthy. Should be back. Hello. Yeah, just has a little fart. Is it me? Dunno. Again, I'm working with OBS to try and, work out what it is. Don't know. YouTube also disappeared then, so it's likely it's pathing, but not sure. Because it could also be that if it's having a crisis due to Atom multi-stream being involved, Atom is taking both of them out at once. Don't know. Shouldn't be that. That's not how it works. You haven't missed much. I was literally about to reply to the queer coding earlier, and there's the scrapbook that we have. Page 1 has a information on a oh yeah, refresh. If no video. Yeah, so we've got 10 minutes left, so we'll just see if we can get as much as we can done. We're somewhere in chapter 3. I think there are 5 chapters. So if you'd like, we can continue this next week. What was I saying? Yeah, so in the scrapbook, page 1 that we have is an article on a real jazz musician who spent in what was it? Oh God, I can't remember exactly what year it was. But was a trans man. So there have been a couple of bits scattered about the place. If I could get the book up, I'd show you. But I don't think I can. I think those pages are now unavailable to us. I'm not sure. I would like to go to the stairs. We haven't been back upstairs. With 10 minutes to go. Let's see if... Would you be the floor below? I go upstairs or to the floor below? There's a floor below? Oh! As she walks downstairs and opens the basement door, Debbie feels a little shiver. Not chill. I was going to say a little chill and shiver at the same time, and just... God knows. Everything is dark. The dim dust light from the stairs barely illuminates the entrance to the room, so it's hard to get a sense of the real size of the basement. She pats the wall on either side of the door, searching for a switch, but doesn't find one. A sinister, musty smell brings her to a halt. Okay, we need a flashlight for this. We can't do that. We need a flashlight. So we're going to go upstairs. So, old portraits hanging on the walls seem to get a kick out of watching her scurry up and down. She likes some faces more than others, but even so, Debbie is now used to their condescending stares from beyond the grave. Without further ado, she searches the study, the bedroom, and the dressing room. She turns all 3 rooms inside out. But there's nothing. The cats are not there. Exhausted, she leans back against the wall in the hallway and drops herself onto the carpet. Damn it, I can't give up now. Gathering her strength, she gets up. She still has 2 places left to explore on this floor, the attic and the guest room. Let's do the guest room. When she arrived at the mansion, it seemed to her the most appropriate thing would have been to stay in this room. Hey Tony, how you doing? New rooms, yes. Someone had sent her the keys to the front door, sure, but she was still a guest. As soon as she opens the door, however, she remembers why she ruled out making this room her own. It's full of junk. Indeed, rather than, oh god, a guest bedroom, it seems to be more like storage. The sophisticated refinement that set the rest of the rooms in the mansion apart is conspicuously absent here. There's a fuck ton of things. A cat figurine. There you are. Sorted. After dusting it off, she can see that the statue is made of shiny metal, possibly sterling silver. So actually, they're made of different things. I need one more cat statue. Am I going to find it in the attic? Oh, the door is locked. She always forgets that she can't get in there. It's one of those little things that still force her to feel like an intruder in the house. Someday I'll find the key. So I'm missing one cat. Oh, wait. I'm stuck up here. Now. I think. Returns to the hallway. Ah, the stairs. It's alright, found them. It's alright, I missed the stairs. So, we can't go below. We don't have a flashlight. We can't go upstairs. We need a key or we need a torch. Key or a torch? How did we get... Sorry, I'm just trying to think. How did she say she got to the garage before? Was it the kitchen? No. No, no, we're done with the kitchen. I can turn this, but I don't know if this is what we want right now. Because again, I think this is where we put the time that the cats thing will give us. There's no statue here. Are we?
Hello, Debbie.
Oh.
I've been waiting to talk with you for a long time.
No, no, thank you, but no. It's not what I need. She can try and look by returning to the library or going back to the... Okay, library. We have 3 cats. Still can't interact with these. The living room is not necessarily the last place. Because the attic... There's some other stuff. Sorry, what was in the dining room? That's the dining room. And I don't think we've had enough to, like, convert that into a time without... Yeah. Need a torch for the blow. Need a key for the attic. We've done with the kitchen. She's effectively hinted that. The cushions obviously have stuff on them, but I can't interact with them. Hey, Mab. That's totally fair. Please look after yourself. We're finishing in like 4 seconds anyway. So yeah, don't worry. Please prioritize and please rest. I think we might have to find this cat next week because I don't know where it is, unless it's in that what, the bathroom. This thing as well. This is bothering me that I can't like turn this on or do anything else with the toilet. This is why again, we've got to finish soon anyway. So I'm not super concerned with finding it. Kind of map, yeah. I think you'd probably like it. There is a demo. I can't, again, this came out in like March. On PC. I can't remember if it was on mobile beforehand, but there are a couple of games over the years, like we're talking like Monument Valley #1 sort of era of game releases that utilize a text-based mystery puzzle thing. And it is a lot of fun. So definitely something for you to check out either as a VOD or in the future, I think, because it is fun. Although I am slightly stuck, but arguably... Oh, there's a hint. Hold up. Hold up. Have I looked at the kitchen? Yes. Have I checked the bathroom tiles? What? There are lots of things in the guest room. I know that. What bathroom tiles? Hold up. The bathroom tiles. The toilet has nothing in it. Right? I can't do anything in here with bathroom tiles. So, I can't turn this on. This would be a great solution if I could, but I can't touch that. Did the guest room have an ensuite? Oh, God. Upstairs. Let's have a look. Because there is a bathroom up there. The attic and the guest room. Okay. Like, we have been in the bathroom. No. No. Excuse me, I'm just gonna... Don't mind me, please. We're just doing a tiny... it's not cheating, per se. It's just cross-checking our work. Hold, please. Please hold whilst I... Oh, God, this is going to drive us... Like, the next puzzle's going to really anger us. Third cat. Yes. What? Okay, so we're not actually... Right. Okay. Okay, so... One second, please. The hall. Go into the hall, then head into the bathroom. Have I done... Is there something we haven't done earlier that's, like, not soft locked us, but... I don't think so. We're not... We haven't got that room. Like, this is not a picture that shows up yet. I don't know if it is a glitch, but I feel like that's not right. The walkthrough I'm using is an English one, so I don't think it's going to be a lost in translation as they're playing the same one. Like this, there's no mention of this. I can't see a picture of this anywhere. So I'm like, have we missed a tiny thing somewhere? Is it this? I'm just gonna read up. Law of Tapes. Chapter 4. Cat statue. Go into the library. Okay, library. Cat statues. Unmemory. Interesting. Go into the library. From there it says go into the hall. Then head to the bathroom. Tap the toilet paper. I thought I have tapped it. Oh my god, you're so right. That's okay. Yeah. I did tap it briefly when we first went in there, but I guess it wasn't hard enough. For fuck's sake, really? Thanks. I love that. There we go. Well, that'll be a fun experience, won't it? To deal with next time. There's like one more chapter. 11:45. Yeah, we'll deal with that. We cannot finish the game in like 2 seconds. So we will finish this next week. And then we'll play whatever with whatever time we have left. Write it down. I refuse. We'll work it out again later. It's okay. On the next episode of Your House in the Middle of the Street, I'll read all of this as well, because it will rewind. Don't panic. We'll deal with it next time.